Uh,
Hang on, I got a video.
oh, wait.
Hold up.
Okay. Alright. Now try typing in
An
the chat.
error occurred
Okay,
on.
try typing in the chat.
Give me a second, the video is loading.
Cause, yeah, I didn't realize that it was actually going. I forgot to like put like the go live thing.
Oh shit, I'm not an incognito. Give me a second.
Give me a sec.
Oh Christ, why is this computer so fucking slow? I can't do fucking anything with it until like 5 hours.
I hate typing with this mechanical keyboard because I'm a loud typer.
I hate using this computer because it's a slow piece of shit and it can't load fucking Google Chrome without taking 5 fucking minutes.
Computer sounds like shit. Also, this might be a stupid question. What is the best way to make less noise when typing? Because I'm somehow a loud typer and I'm using a mechanical keyboard. Which is fucking be annoying.
This fucking thing wasn't so shit.
Oh, it's only
hello there.
$5,000. You can afford that, Mako.
This girl just died on me for like 5 seconds.
Sorry about
Chrome
that.
has
I
still
needed to
not
get a
loaded.
bottle of alcohol. Let's see.
Fucking lucky bastard. I'll make myself like some fucking frappe or some shit later.
Okay, because I actually hold on. I do have like a
Oh,
fourth
speaking of-
guest, like one of the knights in like a Mauler server.
Go
You
nuts. I
wanna
don't
bring
care.
him on?
I'm adding Kizerno. Let's see. Profile.
I just want my fucking Chrome to open and give me a second. I'm gonna like shut down Chrome via the task menu and try it.
Uh, give me a sec.
I hate typing on the thing because it sounds so fucking loud and everyone can hear it on the stream and that's bugging me.
Okay. Let's see. Just sharing this in.
Okay, I know what the issue is. Google just isn't opening. Like it just refuses to. For some reason. Oh, now you do it. Oh, what a great fucking program.
Okay, I'm sharing it in other servers I'm in.
I've shared it in rags, so you don't need to do that.
Mm-hmm. Shared in Maulers.
Yeah, you do that because I'm a paranoid son of a bitch. Fuck, where else? I'm gonna share it with. Wait, what are the rules on this one? Give me a minute. No. Do not abuse.
Oh, hang on. I'm gonna like modify my audio. I'm way too fucking
Oh, wait.
loud on this stream.
I also need to like share this on Twitter and shit. Give me a sec.
What is Twitter? That sounds gay.
Streaming
I
right
can do
now.
it for you, like.
Hold on.
Hang on. How much quieter
I'm
is this?
done.
Because it was way too loud.
You're sounding fine so far. I don't want to open the stream honestly because it's like I go
Overlapping
crazy.
noise.
Yeah. It
Oh,
drives me
well,
cray-
which is
cray.
a pain in the ass. I'm only keeping it up but paused so I can read the chat as it goes.
I'm so glad I have like the chat window open. And I'm so glad I have 2 monitors. Now,
Alright, I'm just gonna retweet your thing then.
let's see if I can add Kazerno. He's not a friend yet. God damn it. Let's
Okay,
see
I'm
how
back.
the.
What the hell? Where are your icons? Oh, there they are. So I don't know if I missed any intros or anything.
Not we don't. Well, hold on. The thing is, like, there we go. Okay, okay, okay. Now we just add the fourth party member. Let's go.
Hey!
Weird.
You were
Why
just
are we
talking
still
before.
on?
Hello,
Why is your
Kazerno.
video still on the
Still getting in.
last
Hold
Watch
on.
Together video?
Because
What the?
because that's how fucking
What
Watch
the-
Together works for me. I
Why did
don't
Quizano leave?
be right there.
'Cause-
He probably needs to get stuff ready and shit like that.
Oh, okay.
Move over to desktop.
Also,
There you go. So,
this
we need
also
to shoot
this
the
is a
shit
good
for-
video. Also, this is a good video anyway. Why don't you? What's wrong with like having it stopped at like the last video that was actually fucking good?
Well, that's a good point.
Well, since we need to shoot the shit for a minute, why don't we at least part like a summary over that voice actor while we wait? You know, just
Oh,
get right
the
into
Mortal
it.
Kombat
flow
one
into it.
that I
Just
linked.
Get into it.
Okay,
You
now I realize that this is actually moderator chat. Fuck my life. God damn it. Hello, sugar nipples. How do you do?
Sugar nipples.
Oh, oh no, my.
Wonder who this is.
Okay,
I actually don't
Fuck.
know who it could be.
I may have to actually open the stream so I can
My
get
life.
like. Jesus.
Just mute it. Just mute it.
Yeah.
You can mute the audio so it's not as cancerous. That's what I do.
What you mean?
Uh,
So, first we should, I think we should discuss the, also, horrible tragedy that happened,
about with.
the horrible suicide of, Jeffrey Epstein.
Suicide of
Oh,
who?
Epstein. Epstein.
Oh.
He's referring to Epstein because he's joking about it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the obvious fucking
Yeah,
rich people.
I
Rich
feel so-
person that can get in trouble.
Man, can you imagine like just feeling so bad about what you did? It's just you killed yourself by chopping yourself up into 20 pieces.
Try beating you.
Oh
try
man,
breaking
I remember when
bones
it
to death,
happened
you know.
into,
Damn
those
tricks.
two, what, something
The
in
guards.
Sorbet, what were their names?
No idea what you're on about.
These two characters in JoJo who got cut up into pieces, or at least one of them was. It was in part 5.
Fuck.
I only know the memes of the show. I still need to watch it. I also need to somehow finish because I'm stubborn. Need to finish Fairy Tail at one point because I started it but never finished it, and I'm stubborn.
You,
Which is gonna
Fairy
be
Tail's
only-
gay, watch a good anime.
Oh,
I was younger and I haven't watched in a while, so you know what? Maybe I'll just.
there
skip
we
it
go.
straight.
Okay, there we go. This is
How's-
gonna be fun. Give me a sec. Fuck.
That was One Punch Man season 2. I heard the animation's fucking terrible now, or at least worse.
There we go.
Oh, I've heard it's awful.
I'd rather watch Mob Psycho 100, honestly.
Come on, One Punch Man. At least season 1 was fucking brilliant. Season 2,
I heard-
I don't know. I can't
I
say.
heard
for certain.
season 2 of Mob Psycho
Hey
100
Cat,
is just
hey Cat Pete,
really-
One
really
at a time,
fucking
fellas.
amazing.
Alright guys, just got Discord. Where are we dropping?
Oh, hey, Kazerno. Hold
Bit
on.
quiet for me. I'm
Happy,
gonna
could
turn
you
you off.
do me a favor? Go to like the settings for my voice specifically on Discord and lower my output. Cause it seems I'm really loud on the video itself.
Give me a sec. Cause... There we go. Right. That was a weird editing process, but fuck it, I figured it out. Anyways.
That feeling when you edit during the stream.
Okay, guys.
Oh, we have to
Share the
make choice.
stream. Share the stream. And, make...
Chill our stream and I'll give you a high five.
Yeah. Show the stream, or I shoot this dog.
Hey, do you
Chill the
want
stream or I
someone to
slap
come to your
Cat in the
house?
face.
No, I will save it
Also, hey, Quizano, it's been a while.
He a gay boy. I'm gonna slap him because he plays fighting games. So that's fighting game, but real
I don't
life.
play fighting games because I shower.
Anyway, so welcome to the stream, guys. So our first, what's this? Fucking. Wait.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Today I will be critiquing Doom 2016.
All right, the chat didn't change. Good. So, fuck.
You just can't read the manga. Okay, Nips, I
Okay.
will do that when I give a
Hit-
shit.
So, what's up, guys? So for tonight, we will be covering a Doom video because apparently
I wanted to cover it.
somebody hated Doom 2016 but loves
But-
Doom Eternal.
He says it looks amazing, and I'm just like, it's Doom 2016, but better. What the fuck are you on? I want to know
Is
your
this,
supply chain.
Is this Swindle or Schweelin's video?
I don't know. Shwilililo. There we go.
Here, I'm gonna put myself on.
Hold on, I
Push to
forgot to
talk.
share you guys the watch together link.
Yeah, here, I'm gonna put
Professionals
myself
only here.
I'm gonna put myself on push to talk so that you guys don't you don't hear the video.
Well, someone's responded to
Alright.
Cad P with, shoot the dog, I bet you won't.
Okay, there we go.
Where
Ah,
is
the
it?
last video.
And I just responded with, I don't want to anger Goliath.
Dunk this
So-
cringe.
Yeah, it's funny. I actually did talk with. Actually had a. I've had some
combo with
disagreements with Schweelin before, but we actually agreed on something 2 days ago, and it was legitimately shocking.
What is
Oh
it?
my god.
We both agree that Peter's personality in the Raimi films was not well handled. And I know it's not the most popular take, but it's how I feel. And I'm a Spider-Man. I've been a Spider-Man fan since I was 0 years old. Okay, so just level.
I
with me.
don't give a shit, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I could sort of see like the problem with like
Chad-
Peter's character, in a sense that
Isn't it
he's
generally
awkward as
accepted-
fuck, but then it's like, I mean, he kind of
He's
progressed
better.
anyway, so
I mean, he
And then he got
progresses in
worse
the
in
comic.
Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, when it's like Spider-Man 3, other than being a mess, is just like I don't know. I feel like even Spider-Man 2 has some issues because they just had him repeat the same like character conflict.
You can't do that, Quizano. You can't just criticize Spider-Man 2. You'll upset people like, Nerdrotic and... what was his name, Jeremy?
Fuck their feelings. I don't give a shit.
anyway, let's watch this video. Why I hate Doom 2016 and why Doom Eternal looks awesome.
I need
Alright.
something to rip into. This is going to be
Alright,
like
so-
therapy for me.
Since
Just,
I can never seem to keep
I haven't
myself
played
away
Doom
from the
2016. It
controversy.
looks great though. Just wanted to. I
It's
just
a
wanted
good
to throw that out
game.
there.
Play it.
Yeah, have you-
Wait,
Yeah,
why would I play
I
that?
actually haven't played it yet, but it's like I'm willing
Guys.
to listen to the argumentation of this. So
I
Guys,
haven't
why is it
beat
4
it
minutes
yet,
in?
but I fucking love it so far.
Guys, why is it 4 minutes in? Is it for you?
no, it's only 3 seconds in for me.
What the fuck? It's at
But-
4 minutes.
What?
It's 0.0000.
Putting it back.
Oh, okay, you Shadow, you be the one to roll it back since you're the one who's really far ahead.
No, I was
Jeez.
far
I know
ahead.
what Doom
Now-
is
now-
like.
All right, go ahead.
Alright, done.
All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah, great response, team. Okay.
That's it.
Alright.
Anyway,
Only professionals here.
okay, let's go.
Since I can never seem to keep myself away from the controversy, let's get into another big, bad, unpopular opinion that I've held for nearly 3 years now. I think Doom 2016...
I'm impressed you've held it for 3 years without, having someone change your mind. Like they should.
Well, it's probably because he's lived in an echo chamber.
Anyway, let's hear him out. Okay.
Yeah.
I had to.
I'm more amazed by the fact that there would be an echo chamber for why Doom 2016 is terrible.
You killed demons, so
It is
therefore it's bad.
fucking awful. As with the video on Resident Evil 2, I find myself living in a world that praises and worships a video game for reasons I just do not understand. I've had people explain
Yeah,
to me
except
before
Doom's
why
actually
they love
good.
the game, and
I was gonna
well,
say,
I wouldn't-
to
From what
discredit-
from what I understand of the Resident Evil 2 remake, the gameplay seems to be fine, but the writing is wonky as fuck.
The first.
bird.
Here's how can I best explain
The
it. is
writing
that
is
the ga-
infinitely inferior to the original RE2.
Here's the best way I could put it. It isn't the best. It's all right. The first half is okay. There are bits that should have been just brought over by the original and improved on, but they didn't, and they changed it up where it's like
Oh,
it would have been better if
let's-
it kept the original style. The combat's
let's
fine.
not
The
forget
first half.
the gaping plot holes and inconsistencies, and the fact that the two stories aren't compatible with each other.
That's the plot holes. Is that they happen
don't-
almost identically at the same time.
Yeah, and it's like that's
Whereas
dumb.
the
That's
original
dumb. Like,
RE2 put
what's the
effort
point-
into having different stuff happen to each character in their own campaign?
what's the point of
Huh.
calling it side A, side B? The whole point is that it's like supposed to be a cassette tape, or of like
Another
a continuous
problem-
story.
Another
Yeah,
problem
like
that
shit. The original had like with all boss battles, it had like each like Leon and Claire, depending on their route, they would have them fight different boss battles unique to that specific route. And Mr. X was also a side B unique enemy.
Another thing that's problematic is that Leon and Claire barely interact when the new version. When the old one, they at least had walkie-talkies and kept each other up to speed at times.
Oh,
Yeah,
they ran
I don't
into
understand why you wouldn't want to have walkie-talkies, even in
I
the
mean,
remake.
shit, they only interact like near the beginning and near the end.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah, and
the
Leon
gameplay,
is more
especially
of a
on hardcore,
retard in this one
pretty
than
good,
the original.
pretty good.
I just want to say, to Shreelan's credit, he sounds like a more charismatic gaming Brit.
Oof. Oof.
Oof. Oof.
In fairness,
Doesn't
though,
mean- doesn't
Gaming
mean he's
Brit
any better
made
with
a
this
fucking
video.
excellent video on the Ratchet and Clank remake.
Anyway,
To be fair,
let's-
Gaming Brit tore the shit out of the Ratchet and Clank reboot, which I'm happy about.
I sort of like this Devil May Cry videos, but
Anyway,
let's go- let's go.
Guys, the character action genre doesn't exist. Also, Resident Evil 6 good, even though it's an objectively bad game.
I liked it because I'm a fan and I'm
I
an
mean,
idiot.
liking it and it being good are two different things.
pretty much.
Yeah, but it's only subjective, my friend.
If you were excited for Silent Hills, then I'm sorry, you're a crybaby.
Oh god, that's
Silent
right. I
Hills is
forgot
not
that
a
that was a
horror game.
video. No, that's Joseph Anderson.
Also, just
All right, let's get this. Let's
why
get this
it's so
done.
awesome, and it just doesn't ring true for me. I had an absolutely miserable time with Doom 2016 from start to finish, even awarding it the illustrious title of being my worst game of 2016 by
Hold up. If he plays
What
any of the
the
shooters, his
fuck?
point is invalid
Worst?
completely.
Worst?
wow.
How is it the worst?
I can understand
Yeah.
not liking a game, but I
If he
don't
likes
really
any of the shooters and
understand.
says this.
I'm sorry, how is it the worst? Like, disliking it to the point that it's the worst? How did you reach that conclusion?
My,
I don't
my
play.
thing is,
I haven't played the
Let's
game
look
yet.
up what came up in, let's see if first-person shooters. Let's see which first-person shooter released in 2016.
we got typical Call of Duty. I think that was which one was that one?
I fucking
Uh,
forgot.
Hold on, let me consult the
Hold on.
memory. Black Ops 2, then
I got
Ghost. and then-
Titanfall
Worst game of
2.
2016 when there was No
was
Man's
Advanced
Sky. That's
Oh.
true, Mr.
Because here's where my
Fairness,
problem lies.
yes,
in.
that
Guy
came
did
out.
improve over time.
On
Here's
But
where
no,
my
it was a
problem lies in.
fucking
For
Joke
is that
at
he
launch.
says it's the worst. This is purely an FPS title. So if he likes any other FPS, I'm going to be confused how the fuck this can be considered the worst.
Oh, it's not just Call of Duty because you can't reload.
It's like,
If he says that, I'm gonna kill him.
because this is like, from what I understand, the game is fast-paced, the game is brutal, and the way that you improve guns is like really skill-based. So, I don't understand how it's possibly
It's a
the
mechanically
worst.
driven madhouse.
I don't know. My guess is that he just sucks at it.
that it's basically a spiritual successor of the original and improves on it and is an amazing mechanically wise fucking FPS title.
Exactly. It's like
It also has kick-ass music.
That too. Mika Gordon, please continue your brilliance. I need my daily dose
Mick
of
Gordon.
orgasming.
Mick Gordon. If there's
Mick Gordon.
if Maximilian dude ever pushes through with like his bring back killer instinct for like the next generation of Xbox, please make music for that game. Please.
Please also
Just
port
make
it
music
to
for fighting
PC.
games. You clearly know what you're doing. Or just anything in general. I
Let's
like my
go.
rock music. Don't judge me.
Now let's go.
Far. But for the sake of being fair and for the sake of making this video a little more interesting, we're going to be doing something quite different. I'm also going to be talking about why Doom Eternal looks awesome and how it fixes nearly every problem I've had with the
How?
No,
It's
no, no,
just
no.
The game
doing
isn't
the
even
set-
out.
It's exactly this fucking same.
First off,
It looks exactly the fucking same.
hold on. First off, the game isn't even out yet.
That too.
How do you know that this fixes whatever issues you had with Doom when the game isn't even
Oh, he
out
just
yet?
knows. He
It
just
also
knows.
looks
He watched the
fucking
trailers
same. It has the
and
glory
he just
kills,
knows.
it has the jumping, it has the mechanics, it just improves on it. It's Doom to
Todd
a
Howard
Oh,
and it's
himself
great.
gave him an early copy.
Mr. Roar, pay attention. Mr. Roar says, pay attention to his aim and how little damage he takes on hits. Pretty sure he's playing on easy and walking straight towards stuff or not moving sometimes.
Why didn't you
Ooh.
pay attention to that?
Ooh.
Wait, who said that? Who said that? Who said
Roar.
that?
Mr. Roar.
Oh, I
In
think
the
that's
chat,
Law
in the chat.
from The
Can
server.
I get a
I'm
silence from
in.
you
Yeah,
guys for a
he's
second?
from Mahler server.
Roar,
Yeah.
I just have to say, you make a good point. Have a kiss. There you go. Thank you. Now I'm paying attention.
I mean,
It's like, oh,
I may disagree on you if you on certain things, specifically size limits of anime titty, but I'll agree with you.
it's
Mango,
like,
you retweet the shit out of art that's like 20 times the size of any fucking... That would not break the back. Like, fuck, man. I've seen the shit you
Yeah,
retweet.
well, not everything I post on there is that size, but sometimes Raw's just,
It's the majority I've
Like-
seen from you.
nah, this isn't allowed. And I have to follow the rules and post it in my own stuff.
anyway, but it's like,
I'll
damn.
retweet whatever degenerate shit I
This
like.
is
I want
this is
to.
kind of the equivalent of like what's this, of Downward Thrust uploading his Devil May Cry 5 review and using the footage where he
Artificial
played in
barriers of
auto
blockage.
mode.
yeah. I mean,
Part of me wonders if we should
There's
bring
some-
Raw in, but I don't know if he wants to join us or not.
Anyway, sorry, Kizerna.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at other games that were released in 2016. So Resident Evil 6 was released in 2016. I completely forgot.
Really?
Um,
Oh damn!
yeah,
That's wow.
and oh, never mind. It was just a re-release for PS4 and Xbox One.
Oh,
Okay, so that didn't. So I don't know if
I was
that
gonna
counts.
say,
Yeah, you know. Sorry, I'm old. Okay.
stop being old.
Yeah. Okay.
Fucking
So,
old.
but
Old
there
man.
was a game that I wasn't really a big fan of. I don't know if you could call it the worst, but it was Sultan Sanctuary. Let me just double check. make
Never
sure
played
I
it.
got
Oh, 2D Dark
oh,
Souls.
Sultan Sanctuary. Oh yeah, I had that. It's like 2D
Yeah.
Dark. Yeah, 2D Dark
the
Souls.
Dark Souls.
That was
Except it's
that was
Dark
more
Souls.
Dark Souls than Dead Cells ever was. Like Dead Cells is a good game, but Sultan Sanctuary was more Dark Souls than Dead Cells ever was.
Yeah.
I got bored of Dead Cells because I can't get through it, and that's entirely my own fault. But I just
Sadly,
lost
Raw
interest.
cannot join
I
us
think
as he's busy, but he has watched this video before.
Yeah.
Imagine he
Ooh.
would. I think I remember him arguing with Schween. If that's correct, Roar, correct me, because I remember there was arguments about this after he posted and shit, and maybe and before and so on.
hope Schween doesn't see this and get too mad.
I want him to. Fuck it.
I
Anyway.
he really seems to be open to argument.
Let him
but,
get
I mean,
angry.
I'll have to tell you about my revengeance discussion with him sometime.
Did he?
Uh.
Oh, I'd be curious to hear this out.
All right,
But
so
that's for after.
yeah, after this.
Anyway.
Let's continue on, friends.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
2016 games so far. So, once I've gone over why I hated Doom 2016, I'm then going to get into why I think Doom Eternal looks as awesome as it does. With that out of the way, let's get on to Doom 2016. So, why did I hate it so much? Let's get into why right now, starting with the first major point. One of my biggest dislikes when it comes to Doom 2016 is that I think the game is hideous to look at. Don't get me wrong,
What?
graphically the game is completely fine. The textures are nice and detailed.
Wait,
the
what?
engine is
What?
Hold on, I've seen this part. I didn't get far, but I know he says on a graphical level it's fine. It's that it's the color palette he has an issue with. You'll see when he continues. He does say
Roll just
graphically
commented,
speaking.
oh
it's a
yeah,
It's-
had argued with this and how he phrases things. Also, why are the small armor pieces so glowing neon and eternal? I hate it.
What?
It's like when you say
Those
when
are
they
the
just say graphics, because it's like it's such a general term. So then it's like, no.
He does seem to correct himself afterwards, but he kind of
I mean-
after the initial statement.
mean-
because-
I mean, at the very least, we could. I mean, this is a subjective
Like,
point. So
it- and it's
that all-
like,
let's continue.
yeah, it just
impressive and the models are sufficiently well rendered and extremely detailed. I might even go so far as to say that Doom 2016 is graphically
See what I mean?
one of the best looking games I've played in a while. But the reason why I think it looks so ugly is both because of the art design and the color palette. My problems with the art design can be summed up in one big bold word: generic. Nothing
How
in
is
Doom
it
2016
generic?
looks or
Yeah,
feels like its own unique,
Can you pause it
well
for a
designed.
Yep.
What?
Okay, okay.
nothing about it feels unique.
Nothing?
Like, I mean, man, like I'm like completely going back on what I said here. I mean, it's just subjective, but I mean, but like, what the fuck,
But
like
Here's the
like,
thing.
I don't like. I was not excited for doing 2016, but like that's the one thing I really liked was like the art style because it took the best parts that I thought were unique of Doom 3.
There's a lot of different areas that it doesn't feel like the exact same thing. But he also
Dude,
gets
that's
into
so
something
fucking
about
cool
why
with
haven't
it.
we reached this kind of area, and something silly. But-
the thing is, there's an obvious progression in how you explore the world of Doom. Like you start off in like this futuristic space base,
Mars Station.
and then Mars station in Mars, and then you slowly delve into like this hellish
You
place.
start in the halls of a UAC base.
But is
you
it the
get
literal
further, you
hell, the
eventually hit.
figurative hell, or the biblical hell?
You start in the UAC base. You get further. You see different areas. You see like reactor rooms, Vegas.
You go
Ve-
and then you
Vega?
enter to like
Vega's
some,
room?
and then you get into
And
like
then
some
you watch
hellish
the
portal.
FPS drop to horrible to like 20 frames on the Switch version.
Yeah, but who the fuck plays in Switch version?
One of my
Mango
friends.
does
'Cause
apparently.
he doesn't have any other version of the game, and he doesn't have any consoles or a decent PC.
Oh.
I'm gonna blame Cad for it then. It's all your fault, Cad.
I don't think Cat's fault that he doesn't have any people to Switch.
Because he's a derpy dog.
Anyway,
Okay.
let's go on.
In fairness, though, the Switch
Okay.
is perfectly capable of handling it at a stable 30. It's just that the clock levels are like the standard ones are kind of shit for it. CPU and GPU are not very good.
All looks like stock Unreal Engine assets for any sci-fi franchise.
He calls
What?
it stock assets.
Stock
What?
assets on any sci-fi franchise. Can you repeat
He
that?
makes it.
Stock
makes it sound like
Unity
there's a lot
stock
of similar
assets
shit.
for any sci-fi franchise.
Look, I'll say this:
Feels
hell
like its
is a
own unique, well-designed piece of architecture. It, to me, all looks like stock Unreal Engine assets for any sci-fi franchise in existence.
Just
When I
wait until
For any
just wait
sci-
until he contradicts his own point by saying the last like 3 levels have a lot more color variety. Lol.
no. He says
Hmm.
Doom is basically stone and stone and stone.
Well, that's what Raw said. He said he contradicts his points.
Maybe I didn't get that far.
Let's see. Let's see.
look at Alien Isolation, I see that it belongs to the Alien universe because of its retro-futuristic technology. When I look at Star Wars Battlefront 2, it looks like Star Wars because of that franchise's iconic shiny and blocky designs for a lot of things. When I look at Doom 2016 and its flat, shiny hallways, It looks like Galactic Hitman on a bigger budget. It looks like any Unreal in-store asset pack for a sci-fi game you could buy for...
You're a
No.
fucking idiot.
Not
No.
even close.
No.
There's a lot of variety to the level designs, both with the UAC and fucking Hell itself. Sure, Hell is a bit stony and bloody when I kind of thought it would be very nightmarish and creative, but it's still fucking Hell, and it still has very, like, a different selection of variety, like Catacombs, the Blood Pit. You even see the
Imagine looking
Icon
at
of
all
Sin.
of
You
the
even see a
environments in
giant
Doom and
dead
going, these
skeleton
look
as a wall.
generic.
Like, I'd even argue that some of the levels in DMC5 tend to look generic, but at least one, I understand the context of going through those levels, and two, most of the acts in the game take place in one single fucking place, which is apparently a demonic
it's a
fucking
UAC
tree.
base that's overrun by demons. There's nowhere else that would be populated. It is one singular base trying to harvest Hell. Of course, the halls are going to look a bit similar when you're trying to make a base in operation on a planet that's not your own, that you can't breathe in.
So, other thing, let's see, when was Galactic Hitman released?
I don't know what that is, so I can't comment on that.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
I hadn't
every
heard
time
of it.
I raise Cuisine
One at
or
a time, please.
volume,
Ah, yeah. I should probably boost. Hold on. Let's boost your volume a bit, cause like
I'm low on mine.
there we go.
I'm way too loud.
Everybody, just like boost your volume on like Kazerno. That way, you can like
I
hear it
already
properly.
got him at 200%.
Yeah, sorry, my mic probably.
Sorry, I
flipped.
just saw a message. You remember that video before where that Persona 5 big critique? I just saw someone reply saying, "Oh, if it's like Mahler's length, then I'm not watching." It's like, Nani? Nani?
Virus, one of the comments that said,
Oh,
"Whoa,
Mahler-
calm
Mahler,
down
this is
there,
Master
Mola."
Shh, shh. No, hear this out. He replies to the dude. Detailed arguments. What an awful thing! Basically, he's being sarcastic to the guy. Beautiful, this guy.
Yeah,
They're
Thank
an
you.
ED.
The guy-
someday.
that Civet guy. Yeah, I hope that Civet guy gets the EFAP, makes it to EFAP. That would be really awesome.
He is officially long man bad.
Is that the guy who is like a robo?
His name is Wow Cringe.
Civet,
Don't go after him, people. You know better than that.
Is he the guy who said that he thought that RoboCop was before Star?
Oh no, that was like Remarkable Republican.
Oh god, remarkable Republican.
Who's this other guy?
Oh, God.
Civet is like this guy, because Mango found him recently. He made like a 5-hour long review of Persona 5.
and pointing out a lot of the issues in it, especially in its writing. I've almost finished it, but the podcast came out, so I'm gonna have to wait for a bit before I can.
I also like paused. I was actually at an hour mark, but I paused it a bit because I was also focusing on like my video. So
By the way, I severely doubt you're gonna be watching this, but good job, man. It's a really good video so far.
yeah, fucking love it.
I want to inspire you like Ray Civic in terms of the topic design. To be honest, I would.
Let's see.
So, be my main inspiration.
So wait, which video did you was good that you liked? Sorry.
Oh,
The-
the video by Stivet.
Can all of them be an answer?
Civet made
but
because
giving
like
me-
Civet made like a video recently about Persona 5. It's 5 hours long, and it's really it's really super in depth. Here,
Hang on a second, let me
here's the
read
link in the
post.
chat. The link is in the
Would you guys
chat.
bel-
There it is.
Oh, okay. I
Very
didn't realize it says Civet. I didn't realize that was also.
I heard Ray Civic for some reason. I was like, oh wait a minute.
No, Racifix's a different YouTuber. This is
Ray Civic I inspired too. Okay, that's my issue. I thought I heard Ray Civic.
Oh well, yeah. I mean,
No, you just heard Civet.
Yeah,
Ray
Civet, like
Civic.
Civet,
You can
like
tell where I got
civet
it wrong.
cat, like civet cat, like the animal that if you feed it coffee beans and it shits it out, it's like you can make good coffee out of it.
That sounds really weird, and I don't want to know. But the point is, I misheard it, and I thought
Well,
it said Ray
funny
Civic.
you mention that, because that's a topic that's discussed during Haru's confidant in Persona 5.
Ah.
And she threatens to feed Morgana coffee beans to make him.
Ah.
Shall we continue on, boys?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, cool.
$50. There wasn't a single level I walked through that made me stop for a second and go, wow, that looks unique. If the surface of Mars was boring, hell had to be something else that's...
Oh,
Here's the thing, there is
boy,
still
here we
plenty
go.
of variety, and the level design is phenomenal, though.
It-
Especially the hidden shit. It's very good.
Also, how are any of the levels, the designs, different from Doom Eternal?
Doom Eternal is
Yeah.
basically
Yeah.
a giant
Yeah.
city.
Yeah, I mean, like, it'd be fine if, like, I mean, if he's just not impressed by it. But I mean, like, I guess maybe it's like I'm so old that I take it for granted that I'm not gonna be impressed by scenery
I'm
and
such an old man.
Yeah, but that's kind of more of a personal thing. I can probably
Yeah.
guess he's being
That's
more
an old
personal
man
here. I don't
problem.
get impressed by some level design, but that's not the point. Does it fit the theme? Does it fit the game? Does it work well? Is it design great?
Yeah.
You know, the more objective shit. And
Yeah, yeah,
objectively,
yeah,
the level
yeah.
design is going to be important for the gameplay, and fuck, Doom does it well.
And how is
Yeah,
it?
like-
And how is it unique? Unique in a way, like say, what are your objectives? Where do you need to go?
Didn't have enough forests and flowers, so it's bad.
You know, here's a philosophy I like to look at. Nothing is unique, only different.
Anyway,
Like, I mean, I guess it's just, to me, it's interesting that, like, that he points out, like, I mean, like, because I guess that's what that bugs me, because I thought Doom Eternal looked more of the same. Yeah,
It's basically Doom 2. It's just better. So I
it's
don't get
faster
how-
paced.
It's just
fixes-
Doom with
You have
heaven.
more traversal options.
Well, yeah, it's more the same, but it improves. Like, shit, what do you want?
But yeah, because like you add all these traversal options, so then you have like the freedom to make the levels even bigger.
You have a chain on your shotgun. That's fucking amazing.
Anyway, let's go.
Impressive, right? Fuck. Doom's always had one of the most interesting premises for hell in all of fiction. Another dimension filled to the brim with cybernetically enhanced demons. It opens itself up for so much creativity from description alone, doesn't it? The idea of this
This
hell
movement
world being
disappoints me.
enhanced by technology makes you think of things like walls made of screaming flesh mixed with electronic doors,
swings in our
buildings made
chat.
entirely out
Ooh.
Oh, hey, Streelan.
Ooh.
I'm honestly surprised that I'm surprised the
People say
video
awkward,
creators
I
here.
get excited.
This
What
is
is
like
this
the
madness?
first time for us, I think.
Deal with it. We're gonna get used to it.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing?
Stop.
Just watching the video. We're watching your video. Anyway,
Oh, come on. You could probably tell from my kind of
Out of
sarcastic tone what we're going
curiosity,
for
were you
here.
playing it on easy mode?
yeah, I'm noticing that the demons aren't really as aggressive as they could be.
You're also moving like walking, and that's it.
Hey, come on, there's some shooting, man.
Anyway,
Yeah, some shooting.
let's continue on.
out of decayed carcasses of giant demons that have technology built into the very
See, Resident
skeleton
Chainsaw.
of it. Hell has no rulebook when it comes to its designs, and in the 8th generation of gaming with such powerful technology at our disposal, the sky's the limit when it comes to designing places like this. If you can think of it, you can create it. So what did the time of limitless potential? Rocks. We got rocks, rocks, and more rocks. The same hell that was once shown off in a game from
I mean,
What about the catacombs, the blood pits, the fucking arenas?
This one hurt me plenty. Huh, okay. It's a shit video, guys got no idea what he's talking about.
I do appreciate you could laugh at yourself, Shreelan, since that's something we all need to learn how to do.
yeah.
I mean,
What's this? Also,
Ooh, ooh.
oof. What was I thinking? Because the thing is, like, what's this? Fuck, I lost my train of thought. But the thing is,
Were you
is
gonna
like,
mention something about the
the thing is,
difficulty?
like, it's based on hell, right? So, how is there like anything that indicates in the lore, like, say, oh, the hell was actually this technologically advanced before you entered it, or before the UAC was established, the UAC base was established on Mars?
All I remember, because I would need to actually catch up properly, is that some of the demons did get cybernetically enhanced, but that's it.
And
And I think
I
some of
don't
them were
know
due
much
to the
about,
UAC, like the fucking
the hell
cloak
of their,
pinky.
I haven't played it all through yet, so I
You
still gotta
disappoint
get
me
through it.
greatly.
because it's like,
See, I know.
I think it would make sense that the place would just be as barren and not as like super technological if like they only got the technology from the UAC base and that was only like recently and wasn't like over
Well, I
fucking
do know the
centuries.
Revenants are apparently cybernetically enhanced members of UAC.
Yeah, I always
Also, the
thought that
close,
was
close to the pinky cloak is from the UAC.
yeah, I always thought that was a cool thing that Doom 3 added. Then sort of taken to is that it was taken that like the technology that like the cyber demon and shit like that they're corruptions of stuff that we had. I just always thought that was a really interesting aesthetic, like because like I don't know, it was like
Can we
hell
be
was a
for real?
reflection of it.
Can we
Yeah.
be for real though? If Doom Eternal has the Doot Revenant as a permanent skin that you can apply to all of them in the main game, it's 11 out of 10.
Dude,
Yeah, dude.
Oh, and it's gonna have the soundtrack too.
Ah, that'd be
Remove
amazing.
kebab.
Anyway, let's continue on.
From 1993 to be technologically advanced, thriving, and filled to the brim with unique and horrific architecture, has been replaced by nothing more than unending piles of fucking rocks.
But
Not even
catacombs, the
cool-looking
blood
rocks
pits, the
either.
giant
no awesome architecture.
Fucking demon that's in the lore that
Yeah, that
Doom
sounds like
Slayer killed.
that's a lot more than than like what's being
arena,
implied.
The bigger arena, the fucking closer to Hell Pit. Yeah, a lot of it is rocks, but they're very different, and some of them have variety. You even see the icon of sin
I
in
haven't
one spot
got
that's
the
like
hell,
super.
so I can't really offer any commentary here, guys.
You make it sound like he's leaving a lot out more. He's leaving a lot more details.
Well,
to
that's just
to
off the
hell.
top of my head, especially since I was fucking around with the level editor a bit recently.
Interesting.
So I do remember some of it. I'm probably forgetting bits and pieces as well. I'm just going off the top of my head.
You forgot about the other rocks.
I forgot about the
carved into
dirt
rocks.
rock.
No huge imposing statues, no hellish scenes of torture. It's all just a bunch of fucking rocks with the occasional wrought iron gate. The art design fails miserably in a further facet due to the fact that the whole game always looks the same due to the lack of varied areas. I thought one
I think we should let him
there's
finish that
more
sentence.
variety than that.
Varied
Yeah,
is
we
a
should probably
very
finish that sentence.
varied is a
I'm
very
not, like,
broad
going-
term.
Very is varied, and it's varied by its broad variedness.
Yeah.
Bilbo
When I
Baggins.
first played it, due to the fact that it's set in both a science research center and across the length and width of hell, we'd be going through a large amount of areas in both. I expected to go through the scientists' residential quarters.
Why? That's not the
Right side.
point.
Nobody.
We don't give a shit about the
Guy
people.
looks
We're
like
giving a
it's
shit about
awesome.
killing demons.
Yeah, that was kind of funny. Is like, I mean, I'm a fan of Doom 3, but it's not a Doom game. Like, it's
That's
been-
very.
I got
like,
disappointed
That's very
on that.
That's very clear when you look at like how different the pacing is from like the original and then Doom
Yeah,
3
I
and
feel
then you
like
go to Doom
Doom 3 is
2016.
more of a horror game until like the late point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was fucking pissed off by that
Also,
game.
I saw
Also,
a
why-
demon in like from it in with like no context, and it just opens its mouth and a fucking human face comes out of it.
Honestly, that's a pretty neat design. Not gonna
It's
lie.
just, why would we care about seeing little details about these people's lives? They all worked. That's not the point of it. The story is like secondary. Gameplay is primary. We don't give a shit about some guy whose room is covered in cum because he's wanking off to the wife he'll never see again on Earth. I don't care.
Well, I
I'm here to
mean,
shoot demons.
I mean, I think
I
though it
expected
is
to be
funny
set across the
that
whole
that
facility, or
Wait,
that
one
it
at a time.
involved loads of other areas. He just said that in the chat. This is a point entirely on me.
I think it is funny though that despite having sort of a secondary story being secondary to Dune 2016, it still has a story that's like I don't know, like more intriguing than a lot of modern FPSs. I think.
That's
I mean,
that's very
shit,
telling.
look at the lore in it. Like, all the, like, stuff
That's
in
its
the
own thing though, Mango.
lore, that's pretty...
I'm gonna be fair. Lore is an add-on. It's not part of the main story that's happening.
I know, but that's still neat.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it feels like they put more work into the story than a lot of other games where
They
where
put a lot
story
of
is
the
more
lore
integral.
in the background.
Yeah, I mean,
The
which
story
is,
You don't
is
understand,
it's
Tomb
a bit
Guy.
short. It's a bit
We built
But
a
that's not the point.
elevator to find a cure to AIDS. I mean, when was the last time you heard of a demon getting AIDS?
It's just
Yeah,
point
Not
of
the
it.
bad guys here.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm thinking it's like if a demon gets AIDS, is it just like Magic Johnson AIDS, where it's like you have AIDS, but it's like you're not dying? You just
Nah,
have
they just turned rabid dogs.
so more of them being the.
Well, not anymore, ever since they invented the cure for AIDS.
They need titties to settle their pain.
Let's continue on.
And get varied designs there of a more homely feel. I expected to go through some kind
Homely.
A place
In
invaded.
a UAC
Mars is where the home
housing
is.
base.
A UAC base that was suddenly invaded by demons and then homely.
I'm not going through some quarters. I'm going through
Most of
big,
the
like,
super
it's the
interesting
closest
stuff
objective.
of Doom 2016 happens off screen. I haven't played it whole yet, so I can't really make a comment on it.
Based on gameplay footage, I'm not convinced of by that argument.
I haven't played the whole thing, so I can't really say much. Like, give me like a week or something. It depends on
No,
how long
you
I
got a
get,
day.
get off
Hurry
my
up.
ass.
30 seconds, man. Sorry.
Oh, come on, man. I can't beat that.
Make it
30
5.
seconds.
Make it 5.
It's already 20. It's 20 seconds, Mango. Hurry the fuck up.
Oh, god damn it. I'm only in the Argent Tower area.
15.
Come on, I gotta discover all the secrets and shit.
5, 4, 3, 2.
This is
Right,
boy.
get in my back. BRB, get in my back.
You guys are mean.
Yes.
So
Anyways,
anyway,
give me a second.
let's continue
I'm
on.
gonna-
Like,
Okay.
Hayden's a robot man that became a robot because he got terminal cancer.
This dog image is amazing.
I mean, it's National Lampoon. It's from National Lampoon's Holiday Vacation, I think. So, yeah, it's a pretty
I like the
classic
dog.
dog.
I like the expression on the dog is just like, yeah, yeah, do it, motherfucker. I don't give a shit.
But yeah, the whole Hayden robot body thing is pretty neat.
Mm.
Anyways, give me a second. I gotta go make myself a drink and eat.
Let's continue without him. He won't know.
Let's see. I hate how Streamlabs has ads. I mean, it doesn't affect the overall Streamlabs thing. It's like, Well, yeah, National Lampoon's kind of a classic. It's a classic comedy movie series. Well, movie franchise. So, yeah, go check it out, Drac.
Hey, since we're waiting, Kat, did you see that comment I left with the Persona thing? When they said, "All right, Miller, I'll may watch this later." I left a comment.
No, I haven't
To be a
watched.
joke.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen that comment.
Do you want to know what I said?
What?
All right, so you know the context. All right, Mahler, I may watch this later. I said, I did a quote. "Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a critique of Star..." Wait, wrong video.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a long critique
Of Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
of Shin Megami Tensei: Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
Shut up, you filthy weeb.
Unfortunately, this EVAT will be cut short, so it's only 4 hours long.
Oh, that's so disappointing. Only 4? That's way too short, man. It needs to be 20.
Oops.
Only massives have it under 10 hours.
Alright, I guess we should watch more of this.
Anyway, Mango, you back? You back, buddy?
Oh, sorry. I forgot who left. I was thinking
If
about
you're not back,
keyboard.
Mango, you're gay for life.
You
Yeah, you
ha-
stay for life.
Okay, Mango, you have 3 seconds. 3.
So,
One.
sorry, which one is Mango?
He's the one with like the
The whole the
the
white
cowboy.
boy.
Yeah. He's the one that sounds more like a convict than Shadow.
Piss off, mate. I come from fucking Yugoslav and Italians, you piece of shit. I'm the mafia more than anything. A Slav mafia.
Out of curiosity, do I sound Jewish to you? Because I am.
Do you have money?
Well, I don't hear like the sound of like coins clanging, so
I'll save.
it
you a
doesn't
Jew
give
if
it
you
doesn't
need some
give it
money. I need some
away.
money. Buy me a house and I'll then I can see if you're a Jew.
Yeah, only true Jews just give their friends a house.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is my extra house. From my extra house, so I guess you
Yeah, give me 10 million, and then I'll be convinced. Come on, you got like 5 billion. You'll be fine. It's only 10 million.
Yeah, Doom 2016 is unrealistic. No Jewish people in hell. Completely bullshit.
They bought their way into heaven.
Yeah, oh, hey Starfus. Yeah, we're talking about this vid, and if we have
We're waiting for
time,
Mango.
we will eventually talk about Dunkey's vid, cause man, that thing is woo, oh boy,
I'm
thing
I
is
am
just
I'm,
so facetious. Like
that's a great roar. I want to say that I'm pretty impressed how well Schwelen has taken this.
yeah, pretty much. It's really nice.
Next thing you know, eternally he's screaming.
Just like, but fuck. No, but unironically, like, I mean,
Yeah.
I think he has really good delivery in this video, even if I disagree with
The
his
literal
points.
delivery. I think I heard a coin there.
Wish I had a coin.
Oh boy, well.
Wait, you don't have a coin?
Also,
Then you're
if
not
we have a
Jewish.
time,
Check
if
my
we
ad.
do have time, we'll also be covering like another video about the many problems with the fighting game genre.
Shit that I don't know about.
It's
Yeah, and
it's really bad.
You're the expert
mean-
here. I can only offer commentary if it's related to story, microtransactions, design.
Such a shame
the
that
shit.
Ramsar wasn't able to make it. That would be really fun to cover.
I blame you, Cat. It's all your fault.
I've never been entirely into fighting games, though I always have admired the dedication that most of my friends have to them. I'm not talking about Smash players, by the way.
Okay, I'm going to piss. Now I'll be quicker than fucking Mango. Look, if he's back and I'm not, just start without me. I already know what Doom is like. You can have a crack at figuring it out.
Yeah, that's a good point, Shriam.
Well, let's see how this goes out. How this turns out.
Alright, I am back with my food.
So Shadow said that we could like continue on without him. So let's try to see how the arguments go out.
Kind of
Alright.
assembly line for machines and
Oh,
devices that
Sherlock?
would have a lot of lasers to act as
He's coming
traps. In Hell, I expected to go through things ranging from lakes of lava to rooms made entirely of meat and carcasses to nests for the young demons and their angry pets.
Hold on. Let's roll that back, cause I think I saw something. Wait.
Research center and across the length and width of Hell, we'd be going through a large amount of areas in both. I expected to go through the scientists' residential quarters
Oh, wait,
and
wait.
get varied
I
designs
think I
there
went
of a
too
more
far back.
you get generic labs, and generic labs that still have the lights on. And generic labs and generic labs.
Fucking.
carcasses to nests for the young demons and their angry parents. Instead of that, on Mars you get generic labs, and
so Strange
generic
doesn't
labs
like
that
this
still
video
have
of
the
his.
lights on. And in Hell you get rocky landscape, and rocky landscape with some...
I mean, I saw some lava and like magic shit there, so.
I mean, it's definitely. I
And
think
this
what's
is
interesting
definitely one of the catacombs that Shadow mentioned, so I don't see what exactly.
Mango?
Alright, Shad.
Fuck,
So
I
it's
didn't beat Mango.
he kind of
Oh.
what's this? He kind of like brings up how it's like what's this? How the levels tend to be generic, but then it's like we end up finding that he's exploring in one of the catacombs that you mentioned earlier. Let's see.
Did I forget to mention the secret little extra areas that make the levels a little bit more interesting to explore, and the fighting areas where you can get bonuses?
Oh,
Like
there's
what
that
is near
too.
right now? Oh
Yeah,
wait, shit, the
didn't-
video just updated. That green statue
Oh,
thing.
by the way,
that green...
Shadow.
the
Charlene
green
seems to
icon
agree with
fucking
you that this
stone
video of his
tablet.
is bad, apparently.
Anyway,
machines and devices that would have a lot of lasers to act as traps. In Hell, I expected to go through things ranging from lakes of lava
Why
to
would
rooms
lasers
made
be
entirely
necessary?
of meat and carcasses to nests for the
hold on. He said lakes of lava. Isn't there like an area in the game where it's like it's full of lava and you have to jump from one platform to another? Otherwise, you're just going. Otherwise, you could
I
fall
remember that
into
from-
the lava
I remember
and
that
die.
from Eternal, but I can't remember that for Doom. That one's actually...
I
know
remember
there's
that being in one of the
holes
trailers
above.
of Doom, or it's like even one of like the death scenes where it's like he falls, Doom guy falls into the lava, and then it's
No,
like he's
that's the
struggling, but
UHC,
then
I
it's like he
remember
does
that
like the
Isn't
thing
that
from like
in the
Terminator.
UIC,
Yeah, that's
the
the UAC bases.
ventilation
Yeah, there's a
area?
couple spots in the UAC that have it.
Yeah, I remember ventilation, and he does a Terminator reference.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So-
a UAC basing, not so much a hell thing. It's more pools of blood rather than lava.
Ah, okay.
If I
Things
remember
aren't
correctly.
mentioned because I liked those. The video only mentions problems I have with the game. Oh, I see.
I'll ever just
young
swim in
demons
lava in
and their angry
Minecraft.
parents. Instead of that, on Mars you get generic labs,
Oh, this is
and
important.
generic labs that still have the lights on.
You mean cargo holds, Vegas is... that keeps the fucking AI going, the various offices and other stuff.
Yeah, I think it was the
fucking-
foundry.
I'm trying to remember
It's
off
the
the top of my head
ventilation
the names of
foundry
these things.
of the source.
Also, again, this is one of the catacombs that Shadow mentioned, that they're catacombs that you explore, not just like
Oh, it's
places
metal.
full of rocks. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of rocks, but it's still, using the rocks to do
Just
something with it.
responded, "Hey Shui, at least your vid is better than Dunkey's." In fairness, being better than Dunkey's video is at a very high bar.
By the way, Schween and Roar confirmed that's the foundry that has the lava, so confirming what me and
Yeah.
Mango
It's
have
not very
said.
hard to read.
Yeah,
better
that-
than
that makes
Dunkey's
sense.
video.
On. And in Hell you get rocky landscape, and rocky
Ooh,
landscape.
that's the
with some
challenge thing I'm
stairs
talking
nearby.
about. Oh, wait,
it makes
no.
the game feel
Wait, shit,
so
that's the wrong
bland
one.
and
Fuck.
repetitive when you're
Do you believe me that's still been a while since I played it? I know there's tablets that teleport you to these challenge rooms. Those ones
Uh-huh.
just give you lore of hell.
Oh. Okay.
Guys, rocks.
The rocks. My queen.
constantly walking through areas that always feel the same. This only changes in the last...
Wait, what's this then? Oh wait, he just fuck. I just
This
heard it.
change-
Never mind.
He does
It's the
say
last
that
one.
this changes in the last part of the game, but then it's like,
What about hell? That's a change from the UAC entirely.
yeah.
That's technically a part where it
Sweeland, how can
changes
you like
drastically.
Doom
You don't get
Eternal?
that. How that-
It
how-
has
how's that
sausage. It has sausage Doom guy.
Sausage guy.
Sausage guy.
The sausage slayer.
The weenie slayer.
That video was so dumb.
Which video? What are you talking about?
The wiener slayer.
Oh, there was a video of like a guy talking about how Doom Eternal looks awful.
Yeah.
It was covered on EFAP and he ended up showing up and he's like, yeah, this wasn't my best video.
And it's like, I think his opinions changed a bit after like he went to QuakeCon. Anyway, let's continue on.
two missions on Mars when you're spending time in areas that are more expansive corridors with a
You're
different
repulsed,
shade
man.
of colors. And speaking of colors, I now want to talk about how lacking I found the game's color palette to be. If you're not a fan of orange, brown, dark brown, red, dark red,
And blue and some elements of green.
Yeah, the tones in like the UAC base is a lot different. It's a lot different compared to Hell. But I
One of the
think
comments. KH1 has generic Disney World, generic Disney Village, generic gameplay, and generic gameplay.
Here's the thing with Hell. Yes, it has a very samey color palette, but
that's
it's
kind of
Hell.
yeah.
It's not a varied, happy place. It's literally where demons go to want to murder everything.
No, we need tropical islands.
It's the biblical Hell.
Yeah, they probably could have got some interesting color schemes and shit out of it, but it still fits well for what it is because it is fucking Hell itself. Where
And as
demons
far
go.
as-
They don't have
and
This does not fit my vision of hell. Dante Alighieri, 1461.
Yeah, that was kind of going. I was running through my mind the divine comedy shit. It's like, hold on, did the Doom ever like design their hell in a way like based off of the divine comedy? And it's like
Yeah, baby.
that one I don't know because I never played the original Doom, but it's like,
outside of Mars.
it
as well,
probably
you
could
can
be an
only-
interesting concept.
Also, when you're outside of the bases and shit and on Mars, of course it's gonna be one goddamn fucking color. It's Mars.
Yeah, pretty much. Mars has never been known to be as like colorful compared to Earth.
I mean, shit, isn't mostly Earth like fucking blue, green,
Blue, green,
orange,
stuff like
green
that.
desert?
Do you guys remember that dumb like the Thermian argument video?
The Thermian argument video.
Where it was like arguing that you have to that it's why it's problematic to like have things that don't match like societal views. It's just like
Everything's problematic, apparently.
yeah, right. And so that would be like, yeah, this video, this depiction of hell isn't what I think of it. It's very problematic.
Quiz, your voice is problematic because it's not the way I imagine it. You're ending me.
Also,
Let's talk about Tarzan level.
I'm gonna cancel you right now on Twitter.
probably deserve it.
What are we talking about? Twitter canceling what?
I'm gonna cancel you, Mango, because you weren't paying attention. That offends me.
Anyway,
Hey, it's
let's
not
go.
my fault. I was fixing up my drink because it was too much
Prepare
spice.
to be cancelled,
then this
white
is not
man.
going to be the game for you. Like I mentioned earlier, the samey architecture and the hideous colors make the entire game blend into one big.
Well, it must be great that the level design is fucking phenomenal that you know. I'm.
I mean, most of the game on Mars takes place. Ooh.
Did you cut out there or something?
Hold
You cut
on,
out there.
Yeah.
because I was
Most of
I was noticing. Hold on. So Streeland says most of the game on Mars takes place inside the UAC building, and that's mostly one or two colors all the way through. Being on Mars doesn't force the inside to be as droll and repetitive as it was.
Is that what Shreen said?
Right there.
He's in the
Yes,
comments.
it's roughly the same colors for the bases, but there's a lot of variety of rooms and what they are. There may not be quarters or laser traps, except for like if you count lava, because you know jumping and moving around like a madman. That actually makes sense for us.
large laser if you think about it.
It's a research base though. Why would they make it many colors or functions? Function is greater
It's
than
also
form
fitting
and
to
all
Doom,
that.
and I don't want to say this often, but it fits more of a thematic way.
Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine it's like you don't really give a shit about what the place exactly looks like, but it's like how do the rooms serve your purpose? How do the rooms serve your purpose for testing?
Linear, but with
Like-
secrets, so it makes you want to have a little look around because you can get an upgrade or find
Like-
help.
Like say
upgrades
in
and
the
shit.
most basic case, for example, if you're like trying to design a cold storage, you wouldn't really care about what it looks like. You'd be caring more about like the temperature and the relative humidity of that.
Pretty much. A lot of the rooms are meant to just be get to what you're doing. We got shit to do here. Hence why we don't see a lot of fancy little quarters and shit, because most of the time you're working, you're trying to get resources for Earth. They're convinced that they need to do the greater good. So I
I'd
don't
also
think they're gonna give a
imagine that
shit
you're
about,
kind of. I'd also imagine
good-
that you're kind of busy killing demons that are trying to kill you.
So you wouldn't really give a shit to go for this little areas, because you're just going to be killing demons in it anyway and going from point A to point B. So yes, it doesn't stand out as amazing, and I agree it's not unique, but I wouldn't say it's completely
I'm sorry.
generic.
I was looking at Rag's Discord. Someone just posted an article by CNN that says PlayStation 5 has the potential to kill the PC gaming industry.
Oh, fucking meme.
It only be obsolete after like half a year instead of immediately.
OG Doom was super colorful too.
Oh, was it? I mean,
I don't think I sort of played it a little bit when I was like trying out the
I've had a bit.
emulator
It had,
of Raspberry
it had a
Pi.
good bit of variety. It's
I mean,
Yeah,
I
it
guess
has
it was
more colors, but it's all the samey color palette as well. It's like one room can be a lot of green, one room will be a lot of blue, one
I
room will be a
mean-
lot of gray,
But
but that's
there's-
because of the technical limitations and shit,
You know that game is like entirely made with like sprites.
Yeah.
right?
And from what I played, it doesn't look like I'd say the colors don't look as unique. But it's like it's not exactly a bad thing of the game, and it doesn't even make the game bad.
Can I quickly interrupt one thing?
Yeah, sure. What?
That WoW cringe guy, you know how the other guy said, did this, the sarcastic joke, detail arguments, what an awful thing?
Mm-hmm.
He replied, unfortunately, detail doesn't mean good. Mahler is a very good example.
Oh, okay.
Goofies.
That is some cringe from me, bro.
Brings up context about his arguments and points. Oh, this isn't good. How dare he go into detail?
Anyway, let's continue on.
Ugly mess of the same walls, floors, and shit-stained coloring that sometimes make it hard to figure out where you even are. Hell isn't any better, usually being either rock brown or dark red from the blood. Hell does a much better job with the colors of keys popping out due to blue and yellow being more vibrant against
So
brown.
does the
After
armor
it's a
now.
waifu walk
It's a
going
small
on there
victory.
also.
Again, repeating the point I
Sorry,
said beforehand, I think this game looks
sorry. Can you repeat that?
Who?
Mango? What is it? What did you say? I didn't hear you.
Oh, I just said there's a waifu war going on in the Raw server.
Can I have a roar?
Anyway, let's go.
like this could have been fixed effortlessly by making the game brighter, having more than 4 colors throughout the entire game, and actually putting some effort into your architecture. Like the original games did. Seriously guys, did the people at
I mean, let's see. The colors seem to be applied on like the floor. This blue doesn't even look like it was intentional. Surely if the limited tech was way more colorful, that would mean the way more should be even more colorful, right? It also depends on like what you're going for though.
I guess it depends on what you're going for.
Like say
Granted, I'm a bit little iffy with like color palettes.
I mean,
I will
Also-
admit that the color scheme does to be a little samey, like so far.
I
But
would
then
say,
again, I'm not a huge stickler for it because I don't know. I just
Here's the
care more
difference.
about gameplay
here's the
and
difference.
double design.
The original Dooms have a little bit more color schemes when it comes to UAC bases, but it's not as, it's kind of a bit more un-UAC, because when you look at it from the 2016 version, you can kind of see that it's a gloomy place that they're trying to get shit done, and it has a lot more details with a lot more, color palettes spread out throughout each room, a lot more details popped in, so it makes it more interesting. And since, the whole 3D movement, it allows it to open up more and give it even more, shit you can put in it. The UAC bases is pretty literally corridors that don't look like an actual full-on UAC base.
it had to be
I mean-
because of the sprites needing to stick out and the lack of shadows, as well as to see where things are.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's an important thing because I mean, lighting wasn't really a thing in the build engine, was it? Like, I mean, there was lighting,
It
but I
doesn't
mean,
seem as
definitely not.
based on like the footage, it doesn't seem as prominent or doesn't seem to be
Yeah.
as much of a priority.
Right.
And yeah, this seems to be more of like a result of like having limited technology, more than like say, oh, we, how do you say this? It's like, oh, we wanted to do this. It just seemed like, why does the modern Doom suddenly not have to do that? Well, the thing about the modern Doom is it can kind of get away with like shadows, tone. You can adjust the tone, the lighting. New Doom is dark as shit, and it makes the game look murky as hell because of it.
Dark as shit.
I mean, it kind of is. It's supposed to be kind of dark in the play in a way. Like, what I what I
that's
think
what I
of
would
like
say.
Doom 2016 is, it saw it wanted like a little bit of Doom 3's color scheme, color palette, and color tone, but at the same time, it wanted the same energy that the original Doom games had.
Sure, it's a
So-
little bit dark, but we are killing demons and being a badass, so I think a little bit of the horror element and, you know, the general scheme of it would kind of make sense that it would be not so brighty-tighty. Like, the brightest you get is Mars itself, and it's a barren wasteland that still kind of sets out to be that stuck in the middle of nowhere, bunch of
Also,
demons.
Roar brings up
Um,
this point.
nuts.
The backgrounds and how they're made make the enemies pop against them, so they're easier to see against everything, in my opinion. That's actually kind of fair, because if you look at like the footage, they tend to have specific colors to them. Like say some of them are red, some of them are like pink.
Gray. Very, like, whitish gray that stand out even from the UAC base.
That's
Yeah, fucking. You got the deep black brown from the big barons. You got the fucking not the barons, the Hell Knights, and then the barons are very bright red. So they stand out from the background, even from within hell.
It also works
Oh, yeah,
to make
I'm-
the enemies' attacks pop out more.
That
I-
too.
Yes, Reelan, I don't think we're not saying that you're supposed to like it because of that. It's just supposed to help us understand the game design, because game design necessarily need to make that it's going to appeal to everybody. Like, I mean, one of the best examples I can think of is in Matthew Matos's Wind Waker video. He points out that there's that one thing where you take the anchor and you fish out the treasure. And it takes a bit of a while in the original version to simulate the fact that the ocean is really deep. On the Wii U remaster, they made it faster, and so it makes the gameplay more smooth. But it also has the downside of making the ocean seem really, really shallow.
Can I just quickly mention something with what Shrink said? Pinky's pink has actually been toned down way more from OG Doom to make him more orange and red. Where's the orange and red? The only time that happens is when you glory.
I saw gameplay footage involving Pinky. He does not look orange.
He's very pink. It still stands out as a pinky. The only red that occurs is when you glory kill the.
Yeah. Anyway, let's continue.
But id just forget that the original Doom games were stupidly colourful and bright
Surface
pretty
points
much
out the
all
hide
of
is a
the
bit
time.
darker,
They
but still
popped out
stands
with
very out as
entire
pink.
rooms coloured bright green and blue with highlights of other greens, yellows and reds. They'd have bright
This
golden
room is dark.
candlesticks and bright shining
This is quite
lights
dark.
beaming down all over the place. And yet for Doom 2016, it decided the best course of action in making a sequel to one of the most colourful first-person shooters of its day was just to smear shit on all of the art.
I mean, the hell in the original Doom and the bases in the original Doom still have pretty much dark areas. Sure, it looks bright, but it's still very neutral color palettes. Even the green. The green,
I
it's
can
dark.
at least
It's blue.
concede
It's
that
dark.
it's not as impressive, but I can at least. But it's like the thing is, at least it's still you can still distinguish enemies from like the background, so then you can properly react. So
It also again with the level design, it still works well, even if it's the very similar color palettes and shit like that. It still makes it very easy to tell where you have to go and do shit.
like say, I personally have an issue with like how the color palettes for like Devil May Cry 5 are like the same. But then even but I don't really I kind of point out in my video, or I'll point it out in like my video, that it's not really much of a big issue because overall the levels do tend to be different, or they're designed differently.
Does it fit the context as well of where you are? Because
Yeah,
that can be a thing.
It also fit, and that's also there's also that it also fits into the context.
Yeah, there's a lot going for it. Sure, it's similar dark palettes, but the original Doom is kind of doing the same thing besides like the greens and blues of the UAC base. The USC base has a lot more colors to it, but it's also still dark and it's limited, and it's not looking like an actual base of science. It's more like a dungeon, if anything.
And I think, if anything, I'd say the dark parts are sort of justified in the sense that it's demons taking over, and
You
they're,
also
like,
had to
bringing
repower
their,
half
like,
the base as well.
They're also bringing like their hellish shit with them, so
I mean, the power goes out, and you have to get it back for half the base. Half the shit goes haywire with the technology.
oh, there's also that. So, huh?
I mean, one of the first things you do is you have to get to like some communications tower working.
Yeah, when all these people who live in these FPS worlds realize that you need like 5 different backup generators because the backup generator always goes out.
But plot.
assets and just make the game look as dreary and ugly as possible. There's a fine line between being realistic with your colors and just being lazy with them. And speaking of lazy, let's get on to another absolutely enormous issue I had with this game. The level progression. Oh my god, this is easily the worst part of the entire game for me. I don't know what possessed id to do this, whether it was laziness, incompetence.
Laziness and incompetence. That sounds very harsh for the game that literally just...
Yeah, that's a tough sell.
That's a tough... That's pretty bold of you to say. That's pretty fucking bold of you.
Like, there's a lot you need to cover for that. Anyway, let's see what he has to say.
Or just poor play testing, but they had this obsession with making nearly every single level in the game the same repeated mission structure from beginning to end. Nearly every mission, and I mean nearly every mission, is nothing more than one of these 3 objectives. Destroy the gore nests to continue, go find the correct colored keys, or destroy 3 of these specific items to...
Here's
Is
the
that
thing,
true?
the keys are getting back to the original, so yeah, you can definitely say they're just copy and paste, but Doom had no objective. So at least it has something better than nothing, even for a plot that's not really there, but it is there. Your main objective isn't what's important. You're not after like a story cutscene, you're after just to kill a bunch of demons that spawn more and more as you keep going in the game till you meet every single enemy with a full arsenal.
I think that's yeah, I think that's. I wonder if Doom Eternal is different in that regard, whether or not it will be criticized or acclaimed, well, probably both by different audiences, if it changes the level structure. Because I mean, I was actually kind of surprised that that there was any form of structure in Doom 2016. Well, like obviously I haven't played it yet, but I mean from what I've heard.
Yes,
So, but
the
I mean,
objectives aren't anything impressive.
But I
they're,
mean-
again, they're part of the secondary plot. That's the thing. The plot isn't the main focus. Sure, it's not impressive. It is just go here, destroy this, or go here, destroy that.
Yeah,
But the main
I mean,
focus is going. It's the journey, literally. I'm not kidding. That's the whole point of it. It's the journey, not the destination. Quite literally.
I mean, OG
Mechanics, killing, gameplay.
I mean, as long as the gameplay is engaging and it's interesting, it's like it'll always be. You don't really care as much about like how samey they can be. Like say,
Mind you, when you just destroy Gore Nest, it's quick. When you get to those power sources that at the end that he showed, he like the first time around, he looks at it very quickly and then kicks the shit out of it, and moves on. Everything's quick.
yeah, I mean, I do think that that him abusing the robot is something that needs to be commented on because that's not cool. You don't abuse robots.
yeah, they're
Robot rights
gender
matter.
neutral. You're not you're not supposed to assault the gender neutral.
I got that reference. I got that reference.
Anyway,
to move on. That's it. No interesting mission structure, no unique objectives, no inspired,
pause it for a
well
second.
thought out progression.
Oh,
The entire
sorry.
Yeah, yes, I did.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so it is funny that Treeland brings up that it is repetitive, because I do think in the context of some games I would definitely understand. Like Assassin's Creed 1 is probably like the best example, where that it's literally every objective is either find the flags, kill the one target, or I don't know. There's like one more thing you can do, but I don't know. I guess it's what's interesting about Doom and FPSs in general is that I don't know, they can change up the way those objectives can be played out via the enemies and whatnot. Well, I guess the enemies is sort of the one bit of variety is. So I guess I just want to say that I see where he's coming from. That go ahead. So
I was waiting for you to finish.
I thought
Yeah.
someone was about to say something.
Yeah.
But I do wonder though. I mean, what is sort of the optimal solution? Because I mean, the thing is that Doom's gameplay loop is ultimately very simple, but it's been made. But obviously, there's the Doom 2016 is sort of up the ante.
The idea is that it, again, more gameplay obvious. As you progress through the game, you get more arsenal, but you also get more demons to fight. So you have to juggle and manage who to get first, who to target, who's the one after your ass, who's the one shooting at you in the back. And you got the level design, so you got more corridors, so the gunners might be a bit more of a pest because you have to focus more on jumping side to side and getting up and down places. In a bit more open space, you can run around a bit more freely, but you should be careful not to keep running into them. If they're in huge groups, it's about how the level design forces you to engage, what weapons, and how to do it. And as you keep growing in arsenal, you hit kind of points where you are facing a lot of different demons to deal with. So you got pinkies charging at your ass. You have the Mancubus, fucking flying in the air trying to shoot you
not
down
talking
from
much.
above.
I'm just
So the cover is pointless.
in Rags Discord talking about other stuff.
Anyway,
So there, there is variety. It is a repetitive loop, but it's
I'll be
very
right back.
well fine-tuned, and
I'd say Devil May
What's the word for it?
Devil May Cry 5's missions are sort of like that, where it's like you run from. They're in the most basic sense. A mission is just in Devil May Cry 5 is repetitive. You just run from one place to another, you kill like the boss or whatever, and then that's it. But
the
It
selling
gets
point
away
is
with-
all the combos and stylish things against
Exactly.
11
Exactly.
different enemies, which is a small pull, but you're doing a bunch of different styles.
exactly, it gets away with it because you can be very creative with like how you engage enemies, and you can even be rewarded for sometimes like killing enemies efficiently.
Oh, that reminds me. On higher difficulties on Doom, it makes you kind of be more creative and strategic as well, even for this FPS shooter. Because you got to think on your toes. You got to move quickly. You got to jump up in the air. You got to climb this and that. Fall down back there.
You also gotta hope that your machine can handle it.
I mean, you can usually like a 1060, you'd be fine, or like
He's
I
talking
think
about
a-
a Switch.
oh, oh, right,
Remember earlier?
oh yeah.
Yeah, just 20 frames.
Oof.
Yeah, but that's the Switch's fault.
Anyway,
Yeah, with the stock clocks being shit.
yeah. Let's move on.
The entire game is an endless series of fetch quests that's also bogged down by one of the worst forms of lazy padding in video gaming, constantly locking the player in a room or an area and not allowing them to continue until all of the enemies.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
That's
Can you
Why is
repeat
this
that?
bad?
fucking point.
Can you
Is to
repeat
kill.
that?
Does that make Devil May Cry bad?
That's the thing, isn't it?
area
Hold on.
and not allowing them to continue until all of the enemies are dead. I want to be super hyperbolic and exaggerate and say some shit like, and this happens like 25 times per mission, but I don't want to say that because I'm actually afraid that it's a little too close to being completely right to be hyperbolic. If the mission structure follows the same 3 objectives throughout the whole thing, then here's the structure
I
of
have a
all the
pro
levels.
roll.
You start the level, you walk through
I
a bunch
have
of
a
pickups that are
regular
scattered on the
PS4 and a Switch. I just have a regular PS4,
I can't
a
hear two
Switch,
things at
and
once.
a shitty PC. Sorry.
You can pause it if you want to say something, Mango. You know that.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah. Make it a habit to pause the video first. That way, and then you talk, because it's like we can't even like with boosted volume. It's hard to hear anything. Anyway,
And to the
back.
point, it's not really. Yes, it is pretty much the same gameplay loop, but I still locking the player in. That's the whole point. You're the Doomslayer. You're trying to kill everything. Context-wise, it makes sense. The demons are trying to hunt you down, and they're gonna, they're gonna die if they don't fucking do anything as it is. They can just sit there and die. So why not try to fight back and win? So of course they're gonna lock you in and try to slow you down, so they can continue with whatever they're doing.
I thought you said story was secondary. Sorry, I'm just joking around. I know what you're saying.
A story.
on the flip side of DMC5, Doom offers a variety of weapons to deal with different encounters and enemies.
Shotgun's great at close range, can murder fucking any little imp in an instant. The machine gun's great at longer distance, especially with the rocket mod that can deal with stuff like the fucking Hell Knights and Barons. Because you can stun them, fuck them up at a distance before they can get close and fuck you up at melee range. You can use the shotgun and it definitely works, but the machine gun will keep you up safer, but you'll be able to keep on the move and a distance from them.
So guns
Rocket
have
launcher? Really?
so different guns
Really?
have different purposes. That's neat.
Exactly.
Kind of like how Devil May Cry 5's attacks are, where it's like the one thing, because it's like you don't really always just go for like the highest damaging attack. It's like because different moves can have like different purposes. Like say you want Stinger in order to advance to an enemy. You want to use like the launching attack to launch enemies up into the air, and then you want to do like basic combos. You want to use enemy steps so that you can cancel combos, stuff like that. What are you typing?
Mind
Sean?
you, don't forget, you get upgrades for the gun, and you get 2 of them, and you can change them on the fly, so you still have more options. Like, do you want the burst shotgun? Do you want the explosive on the shotgun? Do you want the scope to hit enemies at long range, or do you want the rockets to fuck up someone's day? Do you want the lock-on mod for the rocket launcher, or do you just want to... What was the other mod? I think it was to spam it. What was it? I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Or do you just want to pull out a good old trusty double-barreled shotgun and fuck shit up right up in its face?
That sounds pretty good. It's like so you can shoot. So depending on how you want to confront enemies, you can modify the weapons to how you.
And you can
to
do it on the
your
fly, and it
specific
takes like 2
purposes.
seconds tops. Seriously, it only takes like... I'm probably even wrong. It doesn't take that long to swap it, and you can swap it on the fly. So you can have the exact same gun, and use the explosive to get rid of crowd, but if you have something behind you that needs a lot of ammo in it, you can just change the mod to the burst, hold it down, and boom, boom, boom. It's been stunned by 3 shotgun blasts in a burst. All in the same... at the same time without having to pause or anything.
Anyway,
to break, and either before you're allowed to access it or just after you've picked it up, all the doors will lock tight and you won't be allowed to leave. Out of the 13 levels in the game, I can think of one where this repeated structure isn't used religiously for the whole level, and it's the Argent Tower. The Argent Tower seems to be where id remembered how to design video games for about 20 minutes because they remembered how...
You're giving them shit for making mechanically great stuff here.
no, I think he's kind of praising it, but then it's like he kind of goes on. It's like for 20
He
minutes,
praises
and then
it for 20 minutes that they remembered how to do something.
Yeah,
when we're
and then
talking
it's
about
like-
Doom, their biggest achievement. Cat.
yeah, that's fair enough.
Yes, I know you don't know like the actual game itself, but it comes off more as giving them shit for that they only remember how to do it at certain points in the game,
It's
when
like,
it's been praised for its mechanical design and gameplay loop. And that's
pacing
pretty
and variety
justified.
work and entertainment. If you have
Justified,
someone
yeah.
constantly repeating the same task over and over again with nothing in between, it will become boring and repetitive.
By the way, do you notice how it has slightly different colors and it's not just a regular old hallways?
yeah,
XD.
yeah, yeah. There seems to be.
This is some changes. It's just some.
I give them a lot of shit because I don't like what they did. Most of it is exaggerated and comedic. I mean, that's fair enough, I guess. Or at least I try
Fair
to-
enough, but I'm still gonna do it. I mean, you can give me shit about it, but I'm still gonna do it. No hard feelings, but I just don't go in soft, I guess you can say.
And I guess it also depends if like the point makes it across or not, or if it's like the point is convincing to people. There's also that. So Anyway.
Thus, you have to intersect something in between those things. In this case, combat sections, to prevent it from becoming stale. For example, both the Argent Tower and most other video games ever have the level progression of fight enemies, move through the level to interact with an object, and then proceed to spend 5 or so minutes doing something else to allow you to cool down from the combat and stretch your legs with another form of game design. In the Argent Tower, that other thing is platforming. You have to navigate up to the top of the tower to continue. Then
You do have slight amounts of platforming all over the levels. I haven't been watching the whole video, but how has he been fighting in combat? I've been listening to it, but I've been...
Like, yeah, I remember like he was in a hell level earlier, and he had to jump from one platform to another.
How was he playing in the combat, though? I wasn't paying attention to the combat. I'm paying attention to the audio.
He seemed to be...
Was he just walking around? Was he jumping around? Was he moving like a madman?
He wasn't exactly moving around as much.
There's the issue. You do a lot of well, not extreme platforming, but you go around vertically and horizontally to fight enemies. Because if you just walk around, that spells you doom, because you gotta move around in all the areas. Like the Ardent Tower, you fight enemies in it, and you get a lot of platforms, so you can get the high ground to get a moment to breathe and blast somebody with a rocket launcher or something like that, and then jump back down for a shotgun assault, you know? Or like say near the beginning where you're locked in one room, it's very open, you got 4 pillars that, can break line of sight from an imp shooting fireballs at you. This is when you only have like the pistol and shotgun to start with.
Anyway.
So you can get in close, but you can also shoot from afar and use the pillars to kind of block some of the attacks at distant enemies, and shotgun for the fucking possessed humans.
Fair enough.
as you ascend each increment of the tower, you have to fight some more enemies. Again, it's fine because it's something to change the flow of gameplay to prevent it from becoming tiresome and monotonous. The Argent Tower is my personal favourite level in the entire game because of how well designed it is in terms of progression and event pacing. Every other level in the game, however, and especially during and after the first visit to Hell, seem to throw this idea out the window. They instead follow the progression of, you get locked in a room and have to kill all the enemies. Then, you get locked in a room and have to kill all the enemies. Then you have to pick up a key and get locked in a room and have to kill all the enemies. And then you go back to where that key needs to be used.
It's its primary game loop. And it makes sense in context as well. You are Doomslayer. You are killing everything. You won't move on until there's no fucking breathing demon left in the area. You are the embodiment of rage.
Also, he is moving
Then why isn't the game called Rage?
We already got one.
Shit, you're right.
Anyway, what were you saying, Cad?
I also do notice he is jumping around for the platforming stuff, so there's also that. It doesn't seem to be that monotonous in a sense.
A lot of the areas you're stuck in, especially in Hell, there's a lot of jumping areas that you can go because there's like secondary and third platforms and shit like that. The only times where it's very horizontal is like maybe the arenas, and even then you're jumping because of some of the attacks.
I mean, sure, you don't have to like it. Sorry, I haven't talked much here since I don't have much to add to this discussion.
Sorry, Shuilin, because the thing is, it's not about whether or not you like it, because you kind of portray it as it's a bad thing, whereas the primary gameplay loop is a bad thing. It would have been a different discussion if it was you just outright say you don't.
I mean,
like
I still disagree, but it would make more sense that you're portraying it as subjective instead of rather a bit more what comes off as objective.
But because then it's what's this? It's a little bit different when you say I don't like it, I don't like this, or it's I think it's bad because I don't like it.
Here's the thing: when you say it's bad versus I think it's bad, that's the difference. Immediately, one's a statement, one's an opinion, or personal you get the point.
Preference, yeah. One's basically a statement, and then the other's a preference.
To unlock the door, and then you get locked in that new room and have to kill all the enemies.
Sounds
it's
great to me.
the same objective every level, and it's only made worse when the amount of enemies you have to take care of start.
Oh yeah, those
Isn't
orbs,
that kind of the whole point of
gameplay.
Doom? Isn't that kind of the whole point of Doom, though? It's you're a jacked up dude just wanting to kill demons.
Basically, also, did you know the orbs change up the game? They get introduced.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. Like these are buff icons, aren't they? The skulls
Yes,
here.
they buffs. Hey, do you want to know what they do?
Not sure. What do what
So you
do
got
they?
Berserk, which basically means all your melee attacks are instant kills no matter what, and it's fucking it's amazing. You got Speed, which just makes you fucking infinitely faster. You got Quad Damage, speaks for itself. And the last one's Invulnerability. I think it's... Yeah, it is
Yeah, it's
invulnerability. So you can go a bit
invulnerability.
more Berserk and more risky without problems.
Starts
Which
becoming
offer up different
ridiculous.
experiments.
Okay.
Like I mentioned earlier, good games work on preventing certain facets of
As if your points are the only ones that matter because it's coming from your perspective. Well, it's not just like perspective, it's also a matter of arguments. How do they hold up?
As if
gameplay
your
from
po-
becoming.
As if your points are the only ones that matter because it's coming from your... I'm not even saying it from perspective. I'm saying it as objective as best as I can remember. I would... Yeah, it's been a while
Stale.
since I played it, so I can't fully say objectively on every single thing. But I'm trying my best.
How it works. A lot of times, a bout with enemies is something to shake you awake and keep you from just autopiloting through the area. Remember though,
Autopiloting.
it's a shake, a brief,
Autopiloting in Doom?
I'm sorry, that sounds like a... That sounds really
How do you autopilot
not
in
true.
Doom? How do
You
you
don't.
auto? Yeah, that's the thing. It's like
You literally
autopilot
can't- you
is
can't
not the
just-
first thing that comes through my mind when I
You
hear
can't
Doom.
lazily do shit. You have to be on your toes and keep moving in a that only gets faster. If you're like half-assing it, especially on
Easy mode?
Nightmare or something, you're gonna get fucked up hard.
gentle jerk of the player to keep them awake. Brief is the key word I want to focus on here because these
Is there something you wanted to pause it for?
Sorry.
sections start becoming
Um,
painfully long and overstay
actually, I do
their
this one,
welcome
Dad.
something vicious. And
I'll
for the
pause.
first
Go on.
trip to hell.
Sorry.
Doom
Alright,
20
sorry.
I got it.
So Sweeland is saying here, my view, is basically saying, yeah, it's his perspective, as if the points are the only ones that matter because coming from your perspective, and my teacher always taught me to write like that, so it's 100% on me here. And yeah, that's actually right, because and when I was in college, like, you're basically encouraged to give you your perspective, because that way it doesn't sound like you're just repeating another person's point. So I definitely understand what he's coming
That's
from
fair
here.
as well, but
Yeah,
I'd like
no.
to also
I just
do
wanted
it-
to say, yeah, no, I just wanted to just, but I also do want to cite Mahler here when he says just because it's just your opinion Pete, doesn't mean that it's not open to criticism. So I mean, so it goes
objective or subjective, it's open to criticism and debate and argument.
Yeah.
Yes, I get it's your your perspective rather than an objective standpoint. I'm not gonna tear you down for that. I'm not gonna treat you like the worst person imaginable, even if I come off as a bit dickish. You can call me a dick if it does come off like that. But in the end, I'm not gonna silence what you think. I just think it's wrong.
You're just a virtual shadow. Your opinion doesn't matter.
Anyway,
Yeah, shut up,
Fucking-
Shadow.
Technically, my avatar is kind of like meant to be a demon. I could show you an image of what it looks like unmasked.
Oh yeah, it looks great, by the way.
anyway, let's continue on.
He's at
I
you,
am
challenging you
Ledge.
to beat them and then capping
Why
it
is
off
this
with
the
a final
Minotaur?
super powerful enemy for that point in the game. You overcome it, feel great, and are to continue on with the rest of the level, only the game decides that you're not done killing all the enemies in that room yet and starts spawning.
Good. That's the point. You kill things, you get stronger demons, and then they stay because they become more, and then and they're a threat. And now you got to deal with them and micromanage that, all
It's
with
kind
your
of-
weaponry with different mods.
Doom is basically
Awesome.
what's that term? Power fulfillment, or is it
Power
fulfillment?
fantasy.
Yeah, power fantasy. There we go. It's
Doom
basically-
is quite literally a power fantasy mechanics-driven game. That's it. It's literally it's a praised, critically claimed selling point.
So yeah, I'd imagine that the whole point is like, oh, we'll make these things for you to kill, and then it's like the thing, and the fact that you have like melee gore kills, and when you pull them off, it's like, yeah.
Fun fact about the Glorn kills. You got a bunch of different angles, and each enemy you can kill them slightly different. slightly to majorly differently if you come up from the side, the front, the back, the top, from above, shit like that. They
That's
do
ac-
have some differences.
Damn, that's pretty
It's not just the
interesting.
same kill. I mean,
Wanted
there's
more of them.
Oh.
What started out
forgot to mention, you also got challenges in this game that encourage you to fucking do them if you want to get upgrade points. I forgot to mention that, especially after the
Oh.
first level. Fuck,
Huh.
forgot about that. So yeah, you are encouraged to do certain things and do shit in the level. Like there's one where you got to kill 10 enemies with like 1 grenade or some shit, and at another point use the BFG to wipe a whole room, like 50 enemies or
There's
some shit. I
one
can't
way you
remember.
have to kill a Mancubus with a pistol.
There's another way you have to
There's
glory
all
kill
enemies.
like Hell Knights from like by jumping above them and then quickly doing it, and they have a short, glory kills time span. Oh, and you also get, those runes I was talking about, the hell, they change up the gameplay. Like you can get infinite ammo if you're above certain armor. You can get back to life if you have one specific room. You can get more ammo from like glory killing and shit like that. They change it up too, so you can pick up to free out of like I think 12 options, and they can all be upgraded once, so they're a bit more powerful than the last. Again, with the armor example, instead of saying you need 100 armor, you need 75 to have the infinite ammo. So there is a lot of differences, and you are encouraged to do those challenges if you want to level up. Again, with the exploration comes upgrades. All of your upgrades aren't direct. You get the guns direct, but fun fact, if you go explore and find the secret hidden paths, you can get upgraded ammo capacity, armor capacity, health capacity. You can get weapon mods earlier, secrets, and other shit.
I mean, what's this? Streeland points out that the glory kills are repetitive. I mean, I'd sort of
Excuse me?
imagine that they would repeat when you're fighting multiple, the same
Yes,
enemies.
but they're also short, so they're not like in your face and it's dragging. It's like 1 second. And there is a variety for different enemies. Like I said, you got side ones, one at above, one in front of them in the back, so it isn't completely the same. Sure, you're going to run into it often, I'm not going to deny that, but it's also short, so it's not boring and completely annoying.
And it also
Yeah,
doesn't
wasn't
take,
that- done
it
with.
also doesn't take away from like the time of like fighting enemies after you kill-
Exactly. Everything about the game is quick. Your objective, quick. Cutscenes, short as fuck. Dialogue things, fuck off, Doom Guy says.
Yeah, I noticed
Everything's
that.
about being quick. The only pause you really get is when you pause the game and want to read the letters, then you can do that if you really wanted to. Otherwise, it's just go as quick as possible, as much as possible. Except for the exploration. Those are a little bit slower, but that's obviously because, you're finding secrets, so it depends how dedicated you are and how good you are at finding it. And they're not too terrible either. Most of them are pretty short paths, and you're pretty much a fucking walking speed machine, even crouched.
Anyway,
out as a brief challenge that I found myself enjoying has now turned into a painful slog because id, for some reason, decided that dumping 50 buckets of demons on my head about 5 times after it stopped being fun was the best way to design a video.
I mean, it goes from small amount of enemies at the start with some new threats added into literally the whole barrage of hell up your ass because you're in their turf.
that kind of makes fucking
It
sense.
gets more. Like
There's
I
also-
said before,
in
the
the-
whole arsenal of new enemies. It also gets more of them because you're starting to, you're kind of used to the game.
Also-
so they chuck more at you.
You can
in
kind of
variety
apply
of
that
ways.
argument to kind of any game, really. Like, say, Devil May Cry
It's
5 didn't have
not-
like a lot of. Devil May Cry 5 doesn't have like a lot of enemies at the start, but then later on, you get more enemies, and then it's in the other difficulties when you get like enemies that didn't originally pop up in those levels.
I'm not saying it's perfect, by the way. I'm just saying it does kind of, ease you into it as like a tutorial without the tutorial.
Uh huh.
And as you get used to the game and go fucking like, I don't know, and when you're halfway through the game, it's already like, well, you've mastered it, and I didn't hold your hand, so here's the full force of hell after your ass now. Good luck.
Video game. Not only that, but the combat encounters after a while clearly have no thought put into the enemies and their amounts. They simply start spamming enemies of an increasing difficulty from bottom to top until they essentially run out of them. There
Please
are
jump
times
more
where
often. Holy
3
shit,
Hell
dude.
Barons
Yeah,
Please.
I noticed that. He's not jumping. Yeah, he's not really jumping
You
around
have
much in
whole
combat.
areas you can jump to get advantage points and shit.
And
You
it's
literally have a whole playground of an arena to fuck around with.
You did mention something about like just going in blank during like normal difficulty.
I played on normal difficulty the first time around just to get into it. I think
Sorry, I'm kind of tired. I don't know why.
fair enough.
Anyway.
show up to attack you at once while other common enemies are still kicking about. This leads to an absolutely enormous spike in difficulty once you get to hell, usually having you die due to getting overwhelmed
Maybe jump.
Yeah,
by these ridiculous enemy numbers.
I feel like he could like get a couple of kills in if he jumped while moving around.
He can also get to
I'm
different
really
areas and
goddamn
advantage
bad at
points.
this game. I'm very sorry about that.
You don't need to be sorry. It's fine. It's
I mean-
just onions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I will
I'm-
say though, if you're gonna say it's a
I'm
difficulty spike,
tired.
I kind of don't want to, I don't want to try to be an asshole here, but I kind of don't see it as valid when you're not using all of the mechanics as best as possible. You don't have to be perfect with it, but simple
Yeah.
shit like jumping would help you so much more than what you're doing.
Don't
think
worry,
it's insane.
Shreeland. I'm terrible at Doom as well.
I think it's fair if you like at least try to
Falling
understand.
off of cliffs.
I
You
think
gotta
it's,
experiment and you gotta move around. You gotta use every.
I think it's
that's
fair
given-
if you should at least try to understand how certain mechanics work. Like say, what's this? It never would have actually occurred to me how useful. It never would, like say with Devil May Cry 5, it never would have actually considered.
You there, Cad? You cut out.
Sorry, it's just Sreelan was saying, but consider the following: I am shit. It's like,
Hold on, I'll say something here. I don't mind if you're bad or good. That's not the point. You just have to use it. You gotta try it. You gotta experiment. It's not about being good or bad to experiment. You just gotta try it. Even if it doesn't work for you, it's worth a shot to see, wow, this is cool. This allows me to fuck up the demons super well and jump on top of them for a glory kill, shit like that. As simple as jumping improves the experience, because if you're just gonna walk around the whole level, that sounds more like one of those videos to go, Doom run with nightmare mode, no jump in fighting.
For 2069.
You know what I meant.
yeah.
You just gotta use everything given to you. Bad at the game, good at the game, doesn't matter. I'm shit at like fighting games, but I still try to experiment with some of my combos, even though they fuck up for me so bad because I'm an idiot. I still try. So I can
Sorry
try
guys, I might I want to stick around for like the Dunkey video because I want to watch the Tism, but I'm also not sure if I can stay awake that long because we've still got like another 20.
It is
Okay.
128,
14 minutes.
so
You
it's like
wanted-
close
did
to.
Did you wanna? We could jump over to that for a bit if you want.
I don't know. I don't know. It's like we could do that or this. Or, like
We
I don't
can,
know.
like,
Like with
maybe
the whole
we can-
discussion,
may-
I can't really add much to this discussion.
Or we
Huh.
can do the. Or we can
I
do
think
the
we can
Dunkey
do
video.
like the Dunkey video if you want. Yeah. We can jump
Sorry,
to it.
Shreeland.
We can get to the rest of this after.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at this and not experienced enough to really talk about this discussion.
Anyway.
I mean,
Yeah,
maybe
like
you guys
you
can
need
go back
sleep.
to
I think you
this
need to
once
just-
I like head off after the Dunkey thing.
Yeah, we
Hey.
could do the Dunkey video another time if you want. Or I mean, if as long as Dog is okay with that. I mean, it's not up to me obviously.
Don't go stream more, you bastard.
Anyway. Why don't we go to like the Dunkey video?
Hold on, let me timestamp the number on the video so we can release it.
10:58.
Sure.
Let me put it
10:58,
in.
sure thing.
Yeah.
There.
I think I went full on New Order mode with this one, and jumping isn't really used all that much in that game. I don't experiment all that much with the playstyles and just find what works for me. Even if
And
it's not
I get
super-
where you're going with, but
Yeah. That's fair enough.
again, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I don't consider it valid when you say it's a spike when I literally see you not jumping. I'm not trying to knock you down. I'm just saying
Yeah,
it
let me
becomes
go
less
ahead and-
valid
I also think
when
it's
I
fair.
literally see you not using it.
I also think it's fair, like, if you want to try to criticize something, you'd want to understand it as much as possible. So then you should try to use these new mechanics however you can before you make like your assessment.
Like I mentioned, you got the whole orb things. You can save them for when, you know, the big enemies come around, because it might be a quad damage. You can change your mods on the fly. You can jump around, hit different points, advantage points. You can get under things, so you can have 1 or 2 demons on you instead of all 50 of them. You can go into the open and go nuts with it, like a rocket launch, yada yada yada. There's a lot of gameplay elements to it that make it so satisfying. There's a lot of shit going on. Let's not mention the chainsaw and the glory killing and the BFG to wipe all rooms, make it to, you know, BFG is like your backup. Oh shit, I better use this before I get fucked. You got your chainsaw. Oh shit, I'm running low on ammo.
Would
6
you
times
believe
for
me
the
if I
video.
told you I've played through the campaign for this game
Did,
6 times?
did you
for the video?
eventually jump? Did it feel different after you started jumping? I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm genuinely curious
Come
here.
on, that's
I'm being-
mean.
I'm
No,
I'm
no,
trying to be serious
But
here.
there's a fair point. I think Shadow's making a fair point because it's like the thing.
I know,
the
I'm
thing is, you have to
just
learn about when you're
laughing.
when you're critiquing a game. It's like you have to try to understand like the mechanics that's going around behind it as much as possible. Like do tests, try out the mechanics available to you, see how they affect the game.
Never use the BFG at, you know, the boss fights. That's also, I can kind of get
That's
with that
fair
one.
enough. That's fair enough.
Like, you may not need it, but, you know, sometimes it's satisfying. But
Yeah,
that's more,
I
I've never
would- I
really
would-
used it much except for boss fights myself, but that's because
Yeah, I would
I did it on higher
difficult.
difficulties and
I
saved it
haven't
for-
used the BFG period.
like with
Oh,
Devil. Let's say
That's
like
the sixth, like this video he's watching is the 6th playthrough.
let's
That
say like
probably explain why you felt a spike in difficulty. Huh.
so let's say like with the with Devil May Cry with Devil May Cry, you have like the Devil Trigger as like a management, as like a resource. So beginners, they will often start using like the Devil Trigger mode just so that they can regain health. And then intermediate players will use the Devil
wrong.
Trigger mode. Sorry, Mago.
Oh, I just listened to myself on the stream. I sound fucking drunk.
Anyway, so the intermediate players will use like the Devil Trigger mode for like tough fights, and then like high level players, they will get in and out of Devil Trigger mode, because it's like you use some to deal more to increase your combos, and then because you have like a higher style rank, you gain more Devil Trigger. It's
And then you can turn it off, fuck with them again, build it up, pop it back
Yeah.
in, continue your stylish combo. So you can go in and out here.
yeah,
So you
it's
can
like
combo it from being in it. You're not stuck in the mode for a set period of time. It just allows you to have the freedom to go on the fly.
yeah, exactly.
Kind of like the mods in Doom, like I was mentioning. It does it on the fly.
So you kind of see, Shreelan, why the whole jumping thing is kind of being brought up, because it's like you have to like understand you have to try to at least understand before you make like a final judgment, because then it's like
Even if
You're
it's a perspective and opinion, it's going to be skewed because you haven't used it.
yeah, like say look at like Downward Thrust's Devil May Cry 5 review.
He critiqued the whole
Oh,
fucking
he critiqued the
Devil May
game
Cry on
artificial
auto
barriers of blockage.
Yeah, he critiqued the game in auto mode, and because of
the
that,
literal
he just
baby mode.
he just thought that the game didn't have any depth. It was all just button mashing, no skill, not worth the $60. And it's like, I don't blame anyone if they don't want to buy the game at $60. $60 is fucking expensive. But it's like you have to at least understand the game more before like you make like before like making a judgment. You can like first impressions are a thing. But I'd say like it doesn't help. It would help if you could play the game more so that you have a better understanding of it.
Yes, I actively ignored an entire sorry, I gotta move the Discord out the way. There we go. I ignored an entire design element and thusly criticized the game to me playing it improperly. This is a terrible way to critique things, and I probably shouldn't keep doing it. Well,
It's
as long as you
something-
learn from your mistake and don't keep repeating it over and over, you're learning. Right?
That's
Hey,
video game. It's not
we're
a
not
big
perfect.
deal.
Shut up, quiz, you anime weeb.
And eventually we get better.
Anyway, I think we really should move on to like the Dunkey video.
Like how I should
Yeah,
get a
we-
better mic because this one's terrible.
Yeah.
No,
Anyway,
it's me.
let's move on to like the Dunkey video for now.
And then we might
Right,
get back
here's
to it.
where cracked. Was it mine? Was it someone else's? Shit.
Anyway.
Last time I talked about game critics, they had an embarrassing meltdown on Twitter. Then they plagiarized this guy's review and described how Star Wars makes you feel like a Jedi. But with this video,
I don't even remember off of that. I just need a quick contest since you know more than me, guys. Was his last
Yes.
critique as bad?
I think he was talking about like he seemed. I haven't actually watched the previous part, but from what I understand, from just this, he seemed to talk about how like critics aren't really good in general. Or
I
like,
mean, he
especially like,
was-
the mainstream
he-
critics.
His thing was the gist of his previous video was basically that that critics critics should define themselves so that like when you understand their perspective on games, so that way you understand, like, so if you wanted to look in the case of Dunkey, you understand Dunkey does not like JRPGs that much like then
He unironically called Deltarune a JRPG.
yes, yeah, and he doesn't seem to understand JRPGs very well in
You
the
know,
first
a
place.
Western RPG.
Yeah, the main thing though, like he actually had a good but he did have a good point that if you that when you're looking at reviewers from IGN, you're getting like a bunch of different people and you don't know their perspectives. So you want to create so that's why a lot of YouTubers are a little more relatable because over time you understand sort of their perspective on game design.
Yeah.
You
Actually,
can also see how they use a standard, or if they do it based on their perspective, or mix or both, or however the reviewer does it. You know, some are going to do a subject.
can I take a little bit of time to kind of point this out? From what
Go
I
on.
understand, he seems to criticize IGN reviews. I remember like a Weekend Warriors Mass Effect Andromeda review, where
Massive.
one of Dunkey's comments was like, the only content in this review is the number. And he seems to have like this issue with like short IGN reviews where it's like they don't add anything. It's like, yeah,
9.8. 9.8. 9.8.
it's like, yeah, that's fine. But then it's like you
IGN
go
are
to
fucking shit.
But then it's like you go to his reviews, and it's pretty much the same thing when you think about it. Like, I watched this Devil May Cry 5 review. I learned absolutely nothing of I gained absolutely nothing of value from it because it's like
But
He was just
satirical. Shut
go-
up, satirical.
Yes, that was the thing, is that it was very difficult for a while to understand whether or not Dunkey was doing serious reviews or he was just sort of messing around and do it. And so that was one thing that came head to head with the Octo.
There.
It seems like
Yeah,
he's
but-
the cinema sins of things. He just kind of wants to do it in a
Oh,
comedic
bro,
way.
it's satire.
Well, but that's the thing, is that like we didn't know, but then he came out and fully admitted that he considered the Octopath a serious review, which was the problem. And so-
I've heard that one's really bad.
it's funny is that I don't like Octopath that much, but the thing is that the way his video was made, it didn't explain why like there are things that I agree with him are bad in the game, but the way he is really bad at, just in my opinion.
I also heard that he's like very disingenuous with like that video. I heard like he abandoned party members and then fought like a flan monster because from what I'm understanding, because it's a Square Enix game, it's something like Final Fantasy. So I'm assuming that the flan monster in the game in Octopath Traveler is immune to physical damage, and you need like magic in order to deal damage to it.
Yes, the game is very is based around, like, it encourages you to get the other party members first. So it tries to be a very different Final Fantasy VI, and it's and it succeeds in some regards. To me, I think it ultimately fails, but but it definitely gives you enough advice on what to do.
Yeah,
All right, we can
'cause
continue. Sorry.
I'm also remembering like the time I'm remembering like Mahler's ukulele review, and I
Oh
remember
yeah,
how
Muller
he point.
tore Dunkey's arguments apart.
I remember when he was like pointing out how using evidence from like this one level of how ukulele was badly designed. When Mahler pointed out that the footage he was showing was from one of the hardest levels in the game. So it's like
Oh wow.
just it's very facetious. Anyway,
Yeah, I mean,
that's for you.
I mean, it'd be good to actually go over. It would be good to go over Dunkey's Octopath review sometime, but obviously not now.
Focus to the stupidest and least consistent voice in the gaming community. The gaming community. Gamers look at this article and go, no, this is boring. Now streamer throws cat, this is what interests me. Gamers will...
this
What
is
does that have to do with gaming exactly?
yeah.
Yeah,
Most
no,
people
yeah,
most
you
people
can
were
say,
throwing
I
a
guess.
fit over like how she just
She
abused
traded
an
her
animal.
fucking cat. Are you fucking kidding me, Dunkey?
And then
Yeah.
she
Christ
said
almighty,
the
dude.
N-word.
That's a very straw man.
Yeah.
That's a very
But they're
straw-
gamers. They get mad. They only like a drama. They don't.
Game was bad because
Also, gamers
Cat
reading Kotaku.
was
Yeah, very funny, Dunkey.
yeah, like people read her talk.
like
the
people
next
read
part.
for like people read for Kotaku for news.
sit there and
Even
complain
then.
about Ubisoft and EA and Activision to their dying breath, and yet what are the top selling games every year? Ubisoft,
Have you?
EA,
Hold on. Fuck,
Hold on.
No. I'm going first. I'm
Why
going first.
are
I'm
you
going first.
blaming people?
Hold the fuck up.
Like,
Yeah,
how the
there's
fuck do
called
we
a
know these
casual
are the
fan
same
base.
fucking people?
Not everyone's
Yeah.
gonna pay attention to the shit. Some of us are a bit more vocal and actually don't buy this shit. We
It's
can't
not
control
our fucking fault people buy these.
We can't control fucking everything. It takes a
Nah,
fucking lot to get them to
sorry.
notice. Like shit,
I
look
should've
at something
used-
like The Last Jedi and shit.
Yeah.
That managed to get half of its fans. And that took an extreme amount of effort to do it.
Like,
Didn't
people only
Dunkey's friend
took-
critical praise the Last Jedi.
You get what I'm going with, right?
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of casuals who don't pay attention to every bit of detail or everything. They know
Or
some, but not
normies,
all,
yes.
and they
Or
only
normies for
kind of.
that matter.
Wolf will read.
It's like,
Yeah, right.
yeah, I've heard of this drama,
Guys,
but
this
the game
is
looks
a
fun.
quick
I'll get it.
warning. I'm
That's
gonna
how they
be
look at it. Fuck.
with doing video down after being made aware how unbelievably
Also-
terrible it
So, like,
Oh.
I mean, yeah, like Call of Duty is like a huge ass franchise. It's not just gonna go
It
away
always
just because
sells.
Yeah.
And it
Shadow,
took this long for it
Shadow,
to actually look
were you
fucking
paying
good.
attention at all?
Yeah, we saw.
Shadow,
I heard.
Why?
I'm just pissy.
Yeah, I see Shrilan's comment. I see you.
Yes.
I think that's fair if you want to take it down if you don't really stand by it anymore. So
It's up to you, Shane.
yeah, that's really up to
I
you.
would.
Just remember,
Yeah,
no hard
go ahead
feelings.
if
We're
you
just
want.
critiquing, and maybe I'm being a bit dickish and hyperbolic with stuff, but
I mean,
No,
I was
feelings.
just sort of occasionally
I don't think you should
talking-
take. I don't think you should take it down, Shrulin. Since I mean, like it's all about. I don't know. I mean, it's.
I mean,
but
you
it
could
is up to
unlist it. That way, it's still there, and you can learn from.
Yeah. Personally,
That's
I
another
have
option.
like my Vagant video up, and while I don't think the writing is bad, it's like the footage I used was like really awful. It was like really stuttery and stuff, so people disliked that. So
I
it's like-
removed like
I
7 of
didn't
my
remove
videos.
it 'cause it's
Oh,
like-
shit.
I didn't remove it because it's like it reminds me of a time. It's like yeah, I was just on a simple laptop. That was at a time when I was a simple laptop. So it's
Yeah.
like I want to keep it as like how far I've gone with like what I'm editing.
That's what I did. I kind of kept it unlisted because it's so terrible and just retarded how I was. Shitty mic, shitty computer, barely doing anything of interest, barely any editing. It was shit.
I'll,
I'd say
Mr. God,
I'd
it's just
say,
one of
um,
the containment games for 12-year-olds.
sorry, Shrilan. I don't know if you're like deleting the video or not, but maybe you could at least like unlist it. That is my recommendation. That way, you don't have to keep. That way, you have something to learn from your mistakes, and then it's like
This
you have
was
something.
one
that's
of
like,
our containment
One at a
games for
time.
12-year-olds. Hopefully it never dies.
anyway.
You finished your
Ah.
point, Cad?
Yeah. Let's
Hey,
continue
Roar.
on with Dunkey's video.
Hold on. One thing I
Oh
want to do
god,
quick.
my voice isn't
Roar.
red.
Roar. If this card is actually good and the microtransactions aren't, maybe there's hope. Maybe.
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 Maybe, but
Actually, looks like
Who
they have
knows?
effort.
Anyway, let's
But another-
continue.
yeah, well, Activision can still fuck it.
No shit. I'm just saying. Let me
Just like
be
how
helpful
they
for once.
fucked CTR.
Oof.
Black Ops 4. I was
There were
disappointed with
gamers out
that.
here defending Metal Gear Survive because
Hold on. I remember that
Game-
video. No.
Hold
No. I remember that video. That video was specifically pointing out the misinformation that Jim Sterling, Dunkey, and Angry Joe, and even Yongya did. Alright, was it Yongya?
What was the misinformation again? I didn't like that game. Was fucking terrible and a disgrace to the metal.
I know it's a bad game. I'm not defending it. But
I know, but what is it? I'm curious.
But this guy did a video pointing out the misinformation that Jim Sterling, Angry Joe, and Dunkey pointed out. Like say, oh, you could only do this. The only thing you needed to do was this. But then he pointed out he had like footage doing the same thing. But then he was attacked by an enemy that jumped at him. Even
Well,
when he
then-
was at like the highest platform possible. That was like
Okay.
from Jim Sterling's video. So it's like first off,
He's
how do you
correcting misinformation, which
Yeah.
you know what? Fine, I can agree with
like
that.
look at the description. Survive isn't a masterpiece, but it didn't deserve all the misinformation some people spread.
And that's fucking fine.
Exactly.
Now, what I have a problem with is that he says gamers said to
What time stamp are you guys at? Because I'm at 36
33
seconds. What is
33 seconds.
I'm on 35.
Oh.
All right. 'cause it's-
Can you
Alright,
scroll
well-
it? Can
I'm doing it. Back to 30. I know it's a little far back, but is everyone on 30?
yeah,
I'm on 30. Mango?
Now, just what I want to be aware, he makes it sound
yeah, I'm
like
on
that the
30.
majority that said it, when it's like, what, a fraction that have liked the game, when the rest of us think it's dog shit.
What's that? Donkey fucking being
Generalizing?
disingenuous and
Am I-
spreading
am I on
misinformation? Who would have guessed?
Am I on Twitter? Is this Twitter?
Yeah, because
Sorry.
Well, it doesn't
I don't like
necessarily
generalizing.
have to be Twitter for people to
it's just
spread misinformation.
Yeah,
My
but generalizing,
impression-
I mean, I see that a lot on Twitter, and it pisses me off.
honestly
Sure.
my concern with Dunkey was like before I didn't really mind him much. I didn't really think he would add anything informative. I just thought he was just funny. But then it's like,
right.
damn, this is pretty facetious.
Yeah, it's. Well, again, further on in the video, it becomes it'll be more a little bit easy to describe what the problem is.
Quick thing I just noticed. Roar, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know full information, but I think they are doing dedicated servers for the new COD. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I do remember hearing something about servers.
Hopefully, who knows?
Anyway,
Let's continue on.
Ubisoft, EA, Activision. There were gamers out here defending Metal Gear Survive because
That
Wow.
fucking
a
description.
minority. A minority.
Also,
the
first off-
description.
Fuck Christ.
That description. It isn't a masterpiece, but it didn't deserve the misinformation. Those are very
God.
Yeah.
those are very
misinformation.
different discussions.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's like
That doesn't
Nah,
fit
he's
his narrative and
just
generalizing.
defending Metal Gear Survive, clearly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like that was
How
a lot
dare he do that? We can't have that. Let's ignore the context of the. Who else showing the context?
Yeah.
Like a fucking dumbass.
Context showing it? Donkey does that? Oh, wait a minute. No, he doesn't. Big
Well,
thing.
he is sort of showing it there with the title.
No, I mean,
Well, the
I mean when
description.
it fits his narrative, you know,
Well,
because
actually, yeah, the title also.
He's just that's very
I actually want to unsubscribe now.
I don't even know why.
Like,
If I am
fuck.
subscribed to Dunkey,
God.
I don't think I am.
I don't think,
think that
I'm
blue
not
check
subscribed
mark
to
off his
Dunkey,
head.
but it's like he comes off as like such a piece of shit. Just 33 seconds in, and it's like actually 35 seconds in, it's like he's a fucking piece of shit. God
Hey, Ken,
damn.
not even
living
a
up to his
minute
blue
in.
check mark on Twitter.
I mean,
Why doesn't he?
I mean, it's like well, to me, it's like it's a like it's bad. It really feels bad on him because like from his previous video, you're like thinking like he's trying to be above like being disingenuous,
And then
but
here he
him
is being disingenuous.
being quite disingenuous, and like I enjoy his content, but and like this is pretty much one of his worst videos. Like I even liked his Game Critics Part 1 video. Keep in mind.
Yeah,
But you
that
did
one
say it was less disingenuous.
relatively fine.
Like, this is. I'm surprised this is still up, because
Yeah.
maybe it hasn't occurred to him just how badly this portrays him. God,
Here's something Roar said. I used to be subscribed because some of his videos.
we're funny, but the longer
Oh,
you
what?
watch his
Fine.
videos, the easier it is to tell what he's like.
It's like, yeah.
Or at least some of his videos, that is.
You can kind of tell, and it becomes kind of
Oof.
dicky. He is.
Because we as a species are doomed to fail. But before we go any further, we need to go back. All the way back. Back in medieval times,
What?
when the internet first came out, people reveled in their newfound anonymity to discuss video games like this.
Okay, that's
What?
kind of fun.
Generalizing.
But
What?
it's general.
Are you fucking kidding me?
What's the point of his tangent?
Hey guys, do you smell that? Smells like generalizing. Smells like
I don't
Sounds
cancer.
like
yeah.
pointless tangent.
Yeah, I'm with Mango here. I don't understand the whole point of this.
Yeah, I mean, he's just using it as a segue, and it's kind of badly made in that because of that.
It's also a way to point out that gamers are bad, even though he's a gamer and he does gaming related shit.
And he does the same
he's
thing
pretty
that
much being
IGN does.
And he's
Which he
doing what
seems
he's
to
doing
have a
here by
hatred
being
for.
A piece of shit. He's being a piece of shit. Like what he's trying to paint some of the like he's generalizing the gamers as a piece of shit.
God.
Dunkey, your self-awareness needs improving, because holy shit.
Oof.
I mean, I give him credit for not being as bad as H3H3, but he's not exactly good himself.
In the modern age, however, we have evolved to a higher form of discussion. Now when gamers disagree
Donkey, just go back to
Oh yeah,
Fortnite.
so we're gonna use the YouTube
You're not ready for
comment
games like
section.
this. You're seriously complaining about the challenge? Yeah, Fortnite's just for you. Even sounds like those annoying
I'm pretty
kids
sure his
screaming in
comment's
the
a
mic on that
joke.
game. Your review was not
Yeah, I
really
mean,
valid.
this reads like
Complaining
a
about
joke,
super
like-
easy battles and some of the best story writing incorporated into a video game
I
shows
think
you haven't played this
seriously
game much at
salty
all.
Over a joke.
Wait, did he just say Fortnite has great writing? Did I just hear that right?
No. Your review was not really valid. Complaining about super easy battles and some of the best story writing incorporated into a video game shows you haven't played this game much at
It's
all.
probably from different game.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe I misheard.
barely even skimmed the surface. You and Ninja should just blow each other.
I mean, he is giving some criticisms along with the insult, so he's kind of painting it as this is just bad as well. It's like, get fucked. I insult when I give him criticism as well.
I mean, I don't understand the context of this one, so it's like that's very convenient for you to do, Dunkey.
Yeah, but he said it already, as you can see with the other one. He fucked up with the context on the last one, but you can tell that he's trying to not show
Really a
context.
joke.
You know, a
Wait,
shit
it's
context.
like-
Drac, was this
He's
comment?
actually getting upset over a joke.
Huh?
Drac, is this comment from like the Octopath video?
Where's the comment? I'm missing it.
The one just here and the video on like the video right now. The Nicholas Smith comment.
Who's the person? Nicholas Smith?
Yeah, that one. Where are you?
Oh,
All I see is
It's
one of the
related to the
Octopath. I'm sorry.
Octopath review.
Oh, that comment. I thought we were talking about the comments in the chat referring to this comment.
Anyway. Okay, let's move on.
let's
with someone, they simply refer to the standard template of going, nope, you are nitpicking and biased.
I'm sorry, that's not
I'm
the
pretty
majority.
sure, like,
Donkey, fuck the fuck
I'm
off.
pretty sure he's taking the piss. Why do you think that's an actual serious comment? Are you retarded,
find-
Donkey?
What I find
That's
funny,
bullshit.
what I find funny is that there's a lack of self-awareness. He's doing the same
Really is.
because he's
Yeah,
doing the
he's
same
context, he's
fucking
nitpicking,
thing.
he's-
He's
Not only that,
cherry
but his
picking
videos.
specific little comments.
Yeah, like not only that, his videos are like sort of based on that, and that's what makes them funny. Is because like, well, at least I thought that they had this self-awareness, but I guess not.
What? Donkey being self-aware? Don't be ridiculous.
People have self-awareness.
Also, I'm sorry, chat. This might be a little bit too late to ask, but how's the volume of the video? Can you like hear it? Chat.
Well, it's just there's gonna be
Give
a
him
little
like
bit
15 seconds.
Because then it's like, oof. I may have, because the thing is, I just remembered, I lowered the desktop audio of this because I was streaming a video game the other time, and that one was really loud.
they would say something.
Come on, chat. I need to know. I'm not gonna put it back on audio because it's gonna be painful to fucking hear 4 people.
Oh,
Starford,
okay, it's
yes,
fine.
I can hear it fine. Yeah, that's
Okay.
one person. You gotta make sure at least another person can hear it fine. But
So far, there are only like 2 people chatting so far out of like the 7 people currently watching, but whatever.
These
You
guys
son of
suck.
a
I
bitch.
can't even hear the video.
Chris, you son of a bitch.
These guys suck, I can't even.
Hold on. Hold on.
I comment,
I just
but
turned
don't
on
have my
the
thing
stream.
on me.
The audio sounds fine.
Anyway, let's go back.
There you go.
Okay.
Fuck up, leave.
Anyway, let
Hey, come bully
Let's go.
Cristiano like that.
I'll bully you.
let's go
faggot.
back to the video like that. To the video.
Sale of usernames allows people to make a complete.
Hold on. Hold on. What was that? Sorry. Need to scroll back for that comment. Anyone who
Go back.
found the missions repetitive, just admit you can't shoot. Stick to Nintendo Mario because that's not at all repetitive. Right, Dunkey?
That one's a bit more snarky, I'll admit.
Yeah. Although that's the thing. He just has these comments. We don't know the context for any of this.
It's also it's probably not the majority. Because, you know, only dumbasses do this, but apparently everyone on the fucking Twitter.
Also-
I'm being threatened for my life. Everyone's out.
Also, look at this.
And every-
Nobody has even liked this comment when he took the screenshot. It would have. I think you would have. Wouldn't you have taken like the comments that stood out, like say those with like really high likes? I don't understand why you would go for like these comments. This would this would only make sense if you had like low viewership rates. But this is Dunkey.
Oh, by the way, update on that Mueller thing. Someone else came in.
Say things bad because he doesn't like them.
But by the
Anyway.
way, guys, different guy came in with the comment. Oh fuck! I lost it. Stupid YouTube. Stop being retarded. Where is it? Hold on. He says that Mueller, like, they're more misinformed arguments and monotonous nitpicks
monotonous.
than detailed. Detailed rather than detailed.
When
And then
you
the
have when
last
the
part of it
foreigners
is related to the video because
that
I don't know what
feeling-
it's about.
that moment when the foreigner knows
That's
how to speak
off.
better
It does
English
come
than
off
the
as
white
cherry
boy.
picking, doesn't it?
I'm
Because
I have the
he's
excuse
just
of
finding
autism. Shut the
specific
fuck up.
comment and going, "Look, guys, I found him. He exists." It proves that gamers
Cat,
make
I'm-
bad
I'm-
arguments.
I am.
You know, it's
I
a
am
YouTube
white boy, I live
comment
in Australia.
section,
Ha,
a place
take
where
that.
discussion is almost rarely ever had.
Anyway, let's.
Cat, I don't have
Make
the
a
best
complete-
English, even though it's my only one. Don't judge me, damn it.
Oh wow, you're gonna take a fucking shitty like 5-year-old going, "You're so stupid,
Ass of
you're such a
themselves.
bad gamer." Great job, Dunkey. How about you get a real
Look at
fucking
this.
argument?
Look at this. There are
What?
even people replying to that. He's probably
Can you-
getting owned for all we know. He's probably getting dunked on for all we know.
I'm going a little back.
It's like a
skipping ahead.
vague little comment with like no likes. Why do you care so much, Dunkey?
5 replies and 2 replies. I think that speaks volumes that people are like, you got an actual argument, or are you just here to be...
I mean, shit, this is almost as retarded as IHE's video on TLJ.
Oof. Just oof.
Even with IHE, when he showed a comment for his Last Jedi video, he even fucked with the comments, like, to make it look exaggerated. He even did the bare minimum with that. He at least knew that was a thing.
Yeah, just
If anything. Anyway, moving on.
With zero accountability, which is why there is such a big disconnect between internet noise and real life. Remember when I reviewed Octopath Traveler? Ooh, those people were pissed.
Wait, I'm confused. What?
Yeah, because your
How is
review
it
is fucking
disconnected from
terrible.
reality? Yeah, you can still have an argument, and people are still assholes in real life. Real difference. It's just the majority of us kind of argue the shit out of people,
yeah.
especially people we've never met. It just becomes easier to disagree with.
Stofus, I
with
really
you.
hate this vid.
Yeah, I hate it too. It's just I'm losing respect for Dunkey as I continue watching this. And I remember like
I still think he's funny, but I mean, I think he needs to like learn either just take the criticism and move on, or just or stop trying to rile the cages. Unless that's what he gets off to, which is I can't really judge him.
I remember like sharing this video in like a Raxus server, and it was like
Oh yeah,
people didn't really get
stupid.
why it was why it was so facetious. But it was like, oh, when you delve into this, it's like, yeah, this is a really fucking terrible video.
Also, this Reddit comment is actually really reasonable. Like even as someone who doesn't like the game, like he's like everything this guy is saying is absolutely right.
Stofus,
like-
make an unbridled rage on this video.
Anyway, moving on. Yes.
They wanted blood. They were out here saying Dunkey.
First of all,
Donkey-
the
Donkey
snail he
relying
was
on Donkey.
fighting wasn't level 1. The area he's in, the snail is level 11. Second, Ulbrich is strangely level 22 here. Wait, who moved the video?
I
I'm at
didn't.
126. I think
Oh.
I'm just ahead of you guys.
Okay. Maybe at
Just
what
keep
is like
reading.
123?
Okay, man.
Yes, I did. Moving on.
I'm at 127.
I'm
what the
still at
fuck?
126. Just move it back to 120.
I put it back to 122.
No
Is
way.
everyone on 122?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Alright, 123.
Go for it. It's close enough.
Blood. They were out here saying Dunkey.
Oh, wait. No, I needed to
Should we
scroll
just-
back to that because I wanted to.
Should we just comment?
All right, you deal. I don't know. You give it a shot.
I'm
They were out here
perfect.
There we go. Sorry, I wanted specifically this whole Reddit post. There we go.
Important update, guys, before we move on. Shoreen has replied, and poof, Doom videos nothing more than a bad memory. Thanks for opening my eyes, guys. I'll try my hardest to not be so awful again in the future.
I mean,
Stop beating yourself up. You're not that bad. It's
You just-
okay.
yeah, I don't
This
beat
is
yourself
Necro
up so
level.
hard.
Beat
Really,
yourself
let me-
up, man. We all have
Julian,
shitty
Let me
moments.
read you a story. Let me tell you a story. When I was like 12 years old, I wanted to do this like extremely long picture book. I only got like a quarter of the way through it. But every time we every year, me and my mom bring it out and we just look at it and we just laughed ourselves to death.
Hold on. Okay, so I'm looking at this comment. First of all, the snail he was fighting wasn't level 1. The area he's in, West Clearbrook Traverse, is a level 11 area, so the snail is level 11. Second, Ulberich is strangely level 22 here. The game recommends starting Chapter 2 once you're level 25, but at this point, he should have 8 party members, when he's clearly playing solo, which is extremely unusual. He fails to mention the break mechanic at all, and I'm starting to suspect.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
You keep.
No, sorry. And I'm starting to suspect
Fucking
Dunkey thinks the
foreigners.
shield with a one on it is the enemy's level, which is incorrect. You see the little dagger symbol under the snail? You see the little dagger symbol under the snail? That means you can break the enemy's defense using a dagger and inflict more than double damage once its defenses are down. Do you know how the dagger symbol appears in the first place? By using a dagger on the enemy and learning it has a weakness. This means Dunkey knows the enemy's weakness, but chooses not to exploit it and purposefully went into town to dump all his party members, effectively making the game 10 times harder than it usually is. The battle in Dunkey's video is not representing the average gameplay experience. Dunkey also said you have to grind the game, which is only true at the end game. The beginning chapters don't require any grinding at all, which is ironic because Alberic is clearly overleveled, which is only possible by grinding. Dunkey is free to review whatever he wants, and I actually applaud and encourage people to try games from genres they normally don't like. But to purposefully play a game incorrectly and then complain the game is too tedious is just flat out disingenuous and unfair.
Hey, look, a genuine argument. That kind of
I-
defeats your purpose, Dunkey, you fuckwit.
Yeah, like the only
Hey,
thing I would
Hey,
say.
Cat, can you take a screenshot of this so I can share this in another server?
Oh yeah, sure. Have a ball with this.
And what did you say, Quiz?
I would say the only thing that's the only thing bad about this post is just the post title. Like, I mean, because I don't think it's like really right to say to claim that he purposely lied, because the easier assumption is a lot easier. Dunkey's bad at the game.
Yeah, but the rest
And,
of it, but you can clearly see Dunkey.
No,
only
the
But I get what
no,
you
no,
mean.
but yeah, but other than that, like this post is like absolutely right about the game, and it doesn't really come off as like malicious to Dunkey.
But Quiz, gamers are bad.
Game bad, gamer man bad.
Shut up, weeb.
Gamerman bad.
Like
Uh,
I do want to talk more about my issues with Octopath and why I think Donkey's video could have been better. But yeah, we'll continue.
mm.
Onward
You're
to
saying
glory.
Donkey lied about a snail. Donkey is a
I mean, it wasn't
racist
just a
Hold
fucking.
up.
It wasn't just a fucking snail. Obviously, if you read.
My context.
Oh, we're just gonna take a fucking Twittertism comment. And
Dunkey
go,
was never even
guys,
funny.
this is all gamers. Dunkey was never
He always
even
talks
funny.
about JRPG games and say how bad they are. He is racist to Japanese people though, because a lot of JRPGs. I mean, that's.
Hey,
I mean,
guys.
JRPGs are sort of a genre just because they started in Japan, but then it's like the whole turn-based JRPG kind of battle isn't exactly just limited to Japanese.
Hey, guys, did you notice that post has no likes, but it has free replies?
Yeah.
Ooh, ratio.
Mm.
Dunkey, pay attention, you dumbass.
Yeah.
No, guys.
No, but
He's gotta cherry pick so he can act like gamers are bad because, you know, the one thing you want to do is piss off your audience by generalizing them with idiots or taking arguments out of context.
Hey, here's a good point. Storfers pointed out. This video basically made me lose respect for him. Here we have Shui, who's willing to take criticism and admit he is wrong. Then you have Dunkey, who just cuts people out of context.
yeah.
And says he's right.
It's just.
Look at that. It just takes an entire real argument and just boils it down to one thing that he takes out of context and says it's
He doesn't
stupid.
even read the whole thing. He probably just took like a sentence in the title. And,
Well, Donkey
Yeah.
can't handle criticism, so what do you expect?
fuck it, I'm unsubbing. Fuck this guy.
Yeah, what a fucking asshole. Like, I wasn't even sub to him, and I sort of liked him, but then it's like, watching this, it's like,
I didn't I stopped liking Donkey after this
Dunkey, you're
fucking
disingenuous.
ukulele
I
video.
win. Bye bye.
Anyway, let's-
Sorry, I had to make that reference because he's a fucking faggot.
Octopath Traveler. This outrage, of course, brought about the mass.
Oh, boy.
he's bringing out this video.
Oh, here it
The
comes.
Donkey is a
Here
bad
it comes.
critic.
Oh, my hell is this video? Is the video that he's responding to bad or good?
Masterpiece video called Donkey is a Bad Critic.
Oh boy,
Here we go.
go.
The context
The
eliminated.
thing is, it's like it's 20 minute. Look at that. It's 20 minutes 40 seconds long. This video,
Oh, I'm at 1 minute.
4
35.
minutes 59 seconds long.
Here's one thing I will say: while not playing the game and trying to critique someone based on the game is pretty fucking weird and stupid.
Well, I don't know what
that's
the
still a
Reddit
lot of
post is, but
context
if you
missing
guys,
from-
if you can find it, Sugar Nips.
there's still a lot of context missing from the video, and he just takes all the parts where he says he doesn't play the game.
Yeah.
Sure, it's stupid that he didn't, but there's still a lot of other things he could be saying that might actually, bring up an argument. Think about it.
This is where
Whether it's right or
lack
wrong, it's
of
still wrong to
understanding
put it out of context. Fuck's
of
sake,
game
Dunkey.
design and history hurts Dunkey as a critic the most. Dunkey,
Like there's that first sentence. This is where it what was that again? This is where you can see Dunkey's weakness as a critic or something like that, right? There's obviously previously context to that.
He didn't even watch the
I-
whole thing. Holy shit. Dunkey didn't even watch a whole video criticizing him.
Oh
Great
god.
fucking. It's just like Eric Taxon levels of bad.
understanding of game design and history hurts Dunkey as a critic the most. Dunkey doesn't seem to understand any of this. There are plenty of comedy reviewers on YouTube who make more legitimate reviews than this. Also, funnier reviews than this. Dunkey does not understand game design and has not tried to.
There's obviously more.
It doesn't
I'm
say
pretty
it's
sure
a-
there's obviously more context to this, especially considering that it's a 20 fucking minute video.
Mind you,
No,
he's cutting the
guys,
parts
long
where he's
and
probably-
bad.
There's probably a lot of moments where he's cutting the context out so he can jump, put us in a compilation of he doesn't get it, he doesn't get it, he doesn't get it. He's probably saying a bunch of shit in between, and you can tell like the gameplay he's playing. He's probably not jumping back and forth like a fucking maniac in the cut itself.
It's
You know
like
what I mean?
this is just facetious.
He's a piece
We're
of shit.
just lying. That's it. You lied. Admit it.
If you can't tell, this kid is probably 15, so please don't.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck off!
off. Your
I'm
fucking
sorry,
audience
who's the dick now?
shat
I'm sorry,
on
who's
him,
acting
and you.
game?
Remember this guy made a parody video on Leafy.
Can I also just say he's pretty much making it look like the Sonic is like a retarded person? Is that just me? I don't know. The hat kind of reminds me like he's trying to make him look an idiot or something.
I have seen both videos this guy made. He is cutting him out of context. Yeah, I'm glad you're mad. I'm glad you're mad, Storfist, because it's like this is clearly facetious, especially when he goes as far as like calling his critic a 15-year-old.
Great
and to-
argument, Dunkey. How about you counter the actual
Hey,
argument, you
guys.
fucking
And to
cunt?
think this Dunkey made a parody video on Leafy, who does the same fucking thing.
And within the same video, mind you, he makes gamers sound like they don't have an argument point and just insult. And he showed ones that did argue and not alongside snarky or, dickish comments. So by that context, he is doing what he says, are bad. So, Dunkey, self-awareness, learn it or fuck off.
He can't
to your
take
fucking-
criticism.
Stick to your
It's
fucking
Dunkey.
funny content or improve. Pick one. Fucking moron.
Go and leave him a bunch of mean comments.
Ooh, wait, I could play this game too. I just realized. You must be a boomer. Oh, you must be some 40-year-old boomer, Dunkey.
No,
I can
we
do
shouldn't
it.
leave the mean comments on the boomer.
He's missing he's fucking Monster Energy drink.
Clearly,
Anyway.
he is just a big fan of Octopath Traveler, which is why he made two 20-minute videos about how bad my review was.
I haven't.
Oh, so he made 20
This
minutes.
isn't just-
Long man bad, guys.
Also, hold
Long
on.
man bad.
This isn't. I'm pretty sure this isn't just about one video. This is about several videos he's done.
Storefist, can you confirm this isn't just the one thing he's probably talking about? Because I imagine he's.
Then
Um,
they then proceed to leave this guy mean comments. By the way, yeah, I'm not
Did
surprised.
Dunkey encourage it? I can't remember.
I don't think he encouraged it, but it's pretty expected in either way.
Yeah, pretty much.
Storefist, in the videos that you watch, he wasn't just referring to Octopath Traveler, was he?
He didn't even watch both of them. Oof.
I'm gonna take
What a
that as a
fucking
yes. There's more to it than
piece
just
of shit.
Octopath Traveler. Oh, he left the time bars. Ooh.
I heard that you can't really rely on the time bars, not as much.
Well, in the videos, you can
He's just a
reliably
big
use them.
fan of Octopath Traveler, which is why he made.
Yeah, this is
No,
not
but
a good.
those, no. If he's actually hovering over it while the video is playing, then it's more trustworthy.
But yeah, this is
Let's
not
see
a.
if he does. Sorry.
He also, I can confirm that he talked more than just Octopath. Ooh.
Figured. Thanks
Yeah.
for confirming, though.
Two 20-minute videos about how bad my review was.
I haven't played Octopath Traveler.
I
and I don't-
knew. Oh, I knew how I watched the
Oh,
fucking
so
whole
that's where
video,
he got the
Dunkey,
argument
so,
was. So that's where he got the argument was like, I haven't
fuck
played.
off.
So that's where he got the argument. Oh, you haven't played the game, because it's not just about Octopath Traveler. This is about his
His
whole
whole
design.
criticism is how terrible. And besides, you don't have to play a game to realize someone's being disingenuous about it.
Really plan to?
Especially when we have like that Reddit post that's proved, like that points out a lot of stuff.
Nah, guys, that's just calling him stupid. Ignore the context. Fuck the context.
Oh, he used it as an
I mean,
example.
how Dunkey isn't fucking smart enough to even watch the whole fucking video criticizing him. He's that much of a fucking pussy.
If you're talking about thumbnail time bars, you can't rely on those because if you go back to any part in it, or YouTube decides to be shitty, it won't go as far as it should.
Maybe, but given
It
how
doesn't
he's
seem like my kind of
misrepresenting.
game. Again, I have not played Octopath Traveler. Again, I haven't played Octopath Traveler. And
What a fucking great argument. Oh, he hasn't played the game, therefore his arguments are invalid.
Yeah, this is just no. There's a
Because-
lot more to this.
Yeah,
What a
because
fucking cunt.
yeah, I mean that's the like that's the thing is like I don't think you'd really need to have to played Octopath to see that his review of it wasn't very good since he barely touched on the mechanics of the game at all.
Oh. Not a
Oofies.
not a good look.
Oh,
Dunkey.
hey, Draker's
Not
here.
a
Hey,
good
Draker.
Oh,
You
hey,
could
Draco.
say he's being a literal jackass. Eh?
Anyway.
Do donkey sound effects.
You owe me another. You owe me a new beer.
like I said, I
I owe
haven't
you
played
I don't owe
Octopath
you
Traveler.
shit.
Ultimately, the backlash to my
Stolfus is mad because Dunkey's video is fucking horrible and disingenuous.
Alright, so I see some legitimacies. I sent bias. Why are you playing this? You don't even like the turn-based RPGs. That's fair. Why if you play? If you don't like, yep, that's fair. Why are
I
you
sense
feeling you
bias.
don't like?
Well, I mean, he does. To be, I'll be just be fair. To
NGL,
him,
I love-
he does try. I mean, he does try to address that. That the reason he plays is because he feels that he should play everything as a critic. That said, I think pretty.
But it doesn't mean you're always going to do well.
yeah,
I
you're not
can't
going to do
reliably
well.
do a fighting game.
Yeah,
I
no,
know I'm gonna
absolutely.
fuck up with the mechanics, no matter what.
Yeah.
I tried like playing Apex Legends once to do a review on it. I was like, I could see that it was really a good game. Like the
I
movement
can
was
do a
very
review on it
impressive
because I
and stuff like
that's
that. But I
kinda my
wasn't
thing.
really. But it wasn't really. It didn't really catch my interest, so I didn't really
Hmm.
bother reviewing it.
You gotta do things that you're passionate about, otherwise there's no real point to it, and you might stumble.
Yeah,
Mind you,
like
I would do Apex because it's more my thing. Shooter, even though it's battle royale. It's,
Well,
it's just-
apparently a guy wants to talk about this video with us. Metalhead.
I would I just was saying this reminds me a bit. What?
Red Retro Gamer. Oh,
Hey, Cadfrey, do you mind if I add someone else to chat?
Can you?
To the VC?
Yeah, can
we
you?
could if you can add them.
Yeah, look.
Hold on. Metalhead. I don't think I'm friends with him.
this guy.
don't know
Oh.
the Discords. Allow me.
Okay.
Get in chat, Skywalker. You massive.
Oh,
Hey Skywalker.
he's still
Wow.
loading in. God damn it, Cad! Use your fucking eyes.
Giant light, we coming in.
Yeah, I mean, I have one monitor
want
focused
me
on
in
like
so
fucking
bad.
video, and then it's like everything else is just on like my fucking second monitor. So it's like I'm switching.
Oh, give him a minute. He's probably still getting in. We
Okay,
There we
he's-
go. He's in.
What up, boy?
Hi.
Hello.
Jeez, my volume's low. Give me a second.
So we're watching Dunkey's really shit
Hi.
video, and as you notice in the chat, Storfist is fucking pissed
here we go.
because
Okay, here we are. Sorry, I had my Discord tab muted and I had the YouTube tab up. So
yeah, mute the stream.
hello there.
Let me just share again the watch together
I
link.
wasn't trying to sound bitchy, Mango. It's just like every time y'all are doing, every time I want to do one of these, it's already going on. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
just
we're
blink
let's
CAD
doing
for
it.
it
Fair, it's like-
anyway.
Blink
You
CAD.
can just come in whenever, I guess.
it's alright. Well,
Just
now
like a
Stop having
real
the wrong times
EFAP
that you-
experience.
Anyway,
Hey,
I put in
live
the link of
Alabama, so whatever.
I put in the link of like this the watch together. Is you should.
Yeah, he's in.
All right. So
It honestly disappoints me to see how far Dunkey has fallen, because genuinely he's pretty funny during his funny videos, but when he tries to take himself as a serious critic and reviewing those JRPGs that he hates, it just, I don't know, I just want to drink cyanide every time I see him now.
He also
Yes.
is a disingenuous faggot at this point.
I remember like I pointed this out earlier in the stream, but Mahler did like a ukulele critique, and he
Oh, yeah,
criticized Dunkey's ukulele video because Dunkey pointed out how like the game's controls are terrible when he used footage from like the hardest level of the game.
He also used footage saying, the controls are very slippery, and he's on a fucking ice level.
Yeah, isn't that the
That's-
thing you're talking about,
that's-
Campy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like saying Super Mario World is slippery, but only showing footage of the ice level.
Yeah, it's like
It's like, no shit, Sherlock.
It's a very
just like,
chiseled argument.
show me other instances of the the controls being.
If you don't
slippery.
show it, I can't believe your claim because it sounds like a load of fucking shit.
I mean, shit. In fact, man, let's not forget Critical's fucking disingenuous fucking video on ukulele as well, where he literally purposely fucked up a jump. And Mauler showed various ways how to do it properly.
It's
Here
like
I
DSP.
am.
It just
Basically
fucks
just a-
up.
Taking
I love how
giant
he's
shit
like-
on his
I love
argument.
how he's like, here I am doing this jump. Here I am doing it in the hardest way.
Yeah, and he's like talking about how like the platform is like impossible to get on as a joke.
anyway, let's
Are we ready?
anyway. Hold on. If
I'll be right
if
back.
I knew how to edit and had some good recording software, I would make a response to this video. I'd say you could go with Audacity at least. Well, the thing is, you'd eventually want to invest for like a better mic, but I'd say
Just get
Audacity.
OBS, Audacity, and get a.
Yeah, I'd say get Audacity at least.
I mean, fuck. The only expensive thing that I have is the Yeti for the voice.
Minus an ATR
should sit up properly.
2100.
I should sit the fuck up like normal. Fuck you, Yeti's great.
I mean, I got mine because it's like a fucking budget microphone that does its job.
You foreigners and your cheap things. Ha ha ha.
I mean, I live with poverty money. Like,
Ha
what else?
ha ha.
What
I
else am I
laugh.
supposed to? What else am I supposed to do? Like, I
Get good.
like I just have poverty money while you guys have like fucking convict money.
Just Just have money. Just get money. It's that simple, man. It's that simple.
Anyway,
Anyway, for real.
oh, Skywalker muted his mic. Did something happen?
I think he might just be busy doing something.
We
Maybe.
can continue.
Either
if you
that
like.
or swapping to the computer. I don't know what he's doing. I'm sure he'll be back in.
Anyway, let's continue on
It's
with the
gonna
video.
get crowded here. We can't wait for everyone
Video
eventually.
could be summed up in one comment. Dunkey, why are you reviewing something you seem not to like at all?
There's
First
a
off, that
level of
comment
truth in
had
there.
1 like, and also
Wow,
level-
what a
what's
great
wrong?
co-
What's
what a
wrong with people pointing out that you clearly have no
downloadable
interest?
Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, what I was gonna say earlier was a lot of what this reminds me of is the fact that like even before Spoonie went off the deep end, most of his movie reviews were just how he hated certain movies, and so like you
On his
heard
Final Fantasy 8 and 13 reviews, which were pretty funny.
well no, which were funny, but then for his movie reviews, he watched like X-Men Origins, and in it he says I've never liked any of the X-Men movies, and I'm like, okay, then why are you seeing all of them? Like he's watched
That's
all
a
of
good
them.
question.
You
Like
have to passionately want to do it. You can hate or
Yeah,
Like-
th-
passionate
that's
do
the
it. That's
thing.
why I'm saying. That's why they're probably pointing it out, because it seems like a disinterest, dissatisfaction. There's no passion behind it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like fuck, you have people like Mahler who are passionate about Game of Thrones and hated what happened with it, so he can go, be passionate about it.
or like fucking Star Wars, or like
Hey, Exactly.
H-Bomber's
Really like
response.
X-Men comics.
or H-Bomber's defense of Dark Souls 2. Like that was fucking terrible.
Oh god. Oh,
Dark Side 2, the
Dark Souls
gaming,
2's his Dark Souls 2 videos.
the Dark Side Phil, the game.
I like how he just
Yeah,
took
Dark Souls
Matthew
edition.
Matosis out of context. That was really
Yeah.
smooth.
Oh,
Oh
Harris.
yeah, that was fun.
Wait, what are you up to? I'm at 232.
I'm at 232 as well.
I'm at
We're talking about
Oh, okay.
we're talking about Harry's shitty video.
Oh, him.
Thank you, Storfus.
Harry? I thought it was Harris.
Harris, Harry, Harold. It's all
Oh,
the same.
Surface sub. Nice.
White people
Hey,
names.
man.
White people names are all the same to me. Don't worry, it's not racist because I'm not white.
Oh, cool. Donkey's
Cat
idiot.
is likable. He is. Cat is not cringe. He gains subscriber. Oof.
Oh, cool.
no,
Donkey's idiocy. Yes, Stygian.
Oh yeah, yeah. I figured he's probably on the computer by now at this point.
You're
I think.
mute. There you are.
Okay, what did I miss?
Oh, we're
Not
just
too much.
We
shitting on
talked
how
about,
Donkey
like,
is
this-
a dumbass.
Because Donkey went on about like showing this one comment.
With one like, by the way.
Dunkey,
There, Donkey. Why are you reviewing something you seem to not like at all? And
And
it's
we were
like,
just discussing how if you don't have a passion for, why are you doing it?
yeah, because
Okay,
it's like
well,
I understand expanding your horizons, but then it's like if you're not passionate about the game, don't bother
You're
pushing
forcing
yourself
it, and
through
it's
it.
gonna come and show it, and it's gonna affect your video.
Like
this
I
is
tried.
another problem. Go.
Like I tried to do like a video on like Apex Legends, but I couldn't get myself to enjoy the game. So it's like, oh, okay, I'm not good. Sure, it would be nice to cover a shooter game, but then it's like I'm not gonna bother since I don't really seem to enjoy it.
Should have gotten me to do it. Just pay
Like,
me like $2.
hey, this is my problem with Donkey. He takes himself too seriously, and when someone says, you're not passionate about RPGs, so why are you reviewing them? And Donkey acts like it's his fucking job to review games when it really isn't.
It's like, fuck, mate. You have a whole platform, and you're your own
Donkey,
boss. You can do different
just make
shit, you dumbass.
stupid comedy-tism videos. That's all you need to make, and people fucking laugh and clap at it. Your audience will clap at anything.
Starfish,
I
you
mean-
underestimate the ability to take things out of context from a simple one word. People are able to take out of context out of things pretty
by
fucking
the way,
easily.
The 90%
Whether they
of the
succeed is a
comment-
different question.
The 90% of comments on that particular video is, wow, well spoken, Donkey, and then there's maybe 20% that's like, wow, Donkey's being a douche.
Yeah.
And
That's still
and
quite.
I don't know if this is.
What
I
a
don't know if this
shocker.
is. I don't know if this is me, but to me, it felt like he was pushing around that kid who had responded to him.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
basically,
really
Stolfus
he
went on
wasn't
a whole
like-
fucking tirade against that fucking.
I mean, just
fat
like-
art.
like he's not like punching him, but like you know how school kids do, they like fucking shove each other and just like do it just to test somebody, and that's kind of how I see that.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a pretty accurate assessment.
I mean, people say, "Oh, it's not bullying." He literally said, "Don't respond to this kid. He's probably like 15." I'm like, "Oh, dude, that's
You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of an insult in
That's
itself.
fucking
It makes it-
mean.
Makes it seem like he's being an
Like
ass.
he's putting out like legitimate criticism, and all you go, "Oh, duh, he's 15 and he hasn't played the game, duh."
ugh,
Great
like,
counter arguments, Dunkey.
just-
I love how you totally didn't just ignore every fucking argument and point that he made against you.
And he
Shall we
edited,
move on?
He edited the video out of context anyway. Sorry.
Yeah.
You made such a good point, such good content, Dunkey. Let me get on my knees and just slap up all that good criticism.
Shall we continue, boys, before we get stuck on the same topic?
Yes, Mango needs to drink his Australian spider milk.
Hey,
No, it's
motherfucker,
kangaroo
I
milk,
already
you know.
made caramel milk.
Kangaroo milk.
No, it's kangaroo milk.
Besides,
Get it
why
right,
would
get it
I
right.
drink from a fucking
Oh my
inferior animal? Cow milk is clearly the best.
Don't make the Slav have to slap you, Mango. I will slap you with my Slavic abilities.
Alright, now
You
Although
guys
we all
talk
know
about-
the true best milk is huge anime titty milk.
You guys talk about cow milk, but you never seem to talk about rat milk. What makes good rat?
Rat milk?
What
Rat
makes
milk.
good rat
Dude,
milk?
milk a rat? Oh,
Do you-
what makes
do you,
good
uh,
Can a
rat?
rat be political? Gedele, number 3.
What makes good
How-
rat?
how the rat predicted the 2020 election.
Oh,
Play
how
Vermintide
can we
2,
forget how,
then we can discuss what makes a good rat.
let's not forget how Tywin Lannister is a raging homosexual.
Oh yeah.
No, he's
So y'all been
apex
keeping up with these guys.
homosexual.
Yes, homosexual!
Okay, guys, shall we continue? Get this
Yeah.
over
Yes,
with.
we can.
yeah, we
We
should.
have to watch Remarkable Republican
need
on
a
our streams
contrast.
at some point.
Differentiate good from bad. Sometimes when you take a chance on a game you might not like, you end up finding something really unique and special. Other times you end up with a Furby going nah, nah, nah. If you truly want people
Hey, don't fucking
still
shit
need a
on
level of fucking
Xenoblade
passion.
2, you fuck.
I mean,
Although the
it's-
fucking English
that's a
dub is
diff-
terrible.
because that's the thing. This is a different discussion. Because the
I remember
Donkey's
he
having-
unironically fucking said, like, Xenoblade was shit because Homura had huge tits.
Wait, what?
His argument, I remember he's like, oh, this game sucked when it showed that Homura had big tits.
oh,
Who said that?
I mean, that's
Donkey.
like that's
So
like
apparently
saying,
big anime titty is bad.
that's like saying Mario Galaxy is bad because
But then you-
Rosalina-
Granted, I
if
don't
you like
think
anime,
Xenoblade 2
you're-
is perfect. It's got some
Uh-huh.
issues and Rex can be a fucking idiot sometimes. But I still love the game. Oof, we're just like, oh, Skywalker left again.
Probably his
Yeah.
mic or something. Anyway, let's move on
Oh,
before we
that,
get too stuck on it. We're 2 hours
So
in.
yeah, although I will say this, the English dub of Xenoblade 2 and just the translation in general kind of fucking sucks. The dub sucks more than the translation, but the translation isn't all too faithful. Mainly because they changed certain things because references to Christianity aren't a good thing in the West for some reason.
Well, it's not that it's not a good thing. It's just,
Also, Japanese cultural references are bad, so we have to use more Western names. Like, Homura got changed to Pyra, Hikari got changed to Mithra, etc., etc. It could go on. There's also a fact that certain dialogue things have changed to be less lewd in certain
Christian
circumstances.
Christian references is not.
Well, Homura
necessarily-
in the Japanese version is the Holy Grail. Or at least that's what she's referred to as. And in the English
guess
version, she's
Nintendo-
referred to as the I
guess
guess, or
it-
he just
I guess Nintendo or whoever controls all this didn't want like religious like symbolism or something like that. This
even
is
though
before
like
they-
the original Japanese version had it all in.
But I really
In the
don't know.
Disgaea games, they refer to hell as the netherworld to get rid of that connotation. It's been around for a while.
Oh, zero.
Yeah, and
Also, here's another thing. There's another character who's referred to as the architect in the English dub in the translation, but in the Japanese version, he's referred to as Kami,
Oh.
which you can probably take a guess as to what that means.
Mhm. Anyway, so Sugar Nips, your question about the comment here being wrong. The stick to goofy shit, Dunkey. You don't know the first thing about legitimately criticizing a game.
Ain't that the truth?
I'd say it's a bit of a mix because I do think he does know how to. Well, maybe not. He sort of knows how to make an argument, but the problem is he's very disingenuous with his approach. Like he knows how to how to cherry pick. He cherry picks certain bits of information in order to just like
Yeah, then he gets his
Support
fucking
his-
audience
support
to
his point.
dogpile a fucking person for making criticism. Because how dare you criticize Dunkey? Let's not listen to your arguments. Let's just blindly go. What
But
was
see,
it like?
I rag on.
You are
IGN
just
and I don't want it.
nitpicking and whatever. You're just biased and nitpicking. We just spammed him with that. Well, what a fucking creative fucking counter argument.
anyway.
At this point,
Your audience
at
is
this-
so original, Dunkey.
At this point, I would rather watch Tonal Loke.
Well,
But let's-
Tonal likes to spread peace, love, and happiness and peace.
And,
Let's,
and
uh,
happy-
He's
Let's keep going before
Yeah.
we get too stuck.
To stop criticizing video games, then you might as well hand the entire industry over to EA right
Oh shit!
what kind of
enough
straw
of
man
that.
is this?
now. As goofy as this comment is, a lot of people seem to be on board with this logic, which is why IGN gives
if you're gonna call out a comment, please like take away their name.
Oh shit! A new Raggers video.
nearly every
right,
major release a 9 or higher. I mean, literally every video game released.
Performance on console.
And
Nobody's making
Here we
this
go.
argument, Donkey. Where the fuck did this come from?
here he
Sorry, what?
goes.
Sorry, I was busy looking at
Here,
rag stuff.
here he goes with his edgy IGN jabs.
Consoles is
Yeah, it's
sometimes
like,
disappointing, with frequent frame rate slowdowns and hitches in areas that run smoothly on the PC. On all platforms, we saw occasional crashes. And every so often there's a quest that won't properly begin or end due to scripting bugs.
It has a little something for everyone. The storytelling within them feels as simplistic and predictable as ever. There's nothing all that challenging about it. It didn't really surprise me though. There's definitely a bit of sluggishness to the overall pacing too.
It has a little something for everyone. The immersion is occasionally broken by draw distance, textures that sometimes arrive late to the party, or getting terminally stuck on geometry. Or maybe a lootable item will become unreachable, or your tame beast becomes untamed when you die and reload. The bugs are annoying, sure. At the same time, it's padded out with meaningless errands that make getting to those strong character moments a painstaking gauntlet. It has a little something for everyone.
But ooh, on that
That doesn't sound right.
What's this one?
Yeah.
I want to hear
Sorry.
what's going on with this game.
Especially like say, oh, it has a little something for everyone. It's like you hear that every single time for like for the reviews that he used as an example. As much as I don't like IGN, this does come off as like he edited. This does come off as like he edited the video.
He did edit
Yeah.
that point. It's the same guy with two different people that speak
Yeah.
on the other games.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is the thing about Dunkey. He misrepresents and edits out of context, and I have no tolerance for that.
We're nearly there,
fucking
guys.
troublemaker Dirt Dinkus gives Days Gone a 6 out of 10. That is where they go too far. Fuck IGN. This is why I never come.
I'm sorry, I need
Alright,
context,
what
but
I
that sounds
missed?
like bullshit.
I mean, IGN doesn't. First off, the thing. While I defend IGN to some extent, there's also context missing to this. As usual, there's context missing to this. What exactly did they say in that review? that pissed everybody off.
Like, yeah, I mean, I think the problem is that Dunkey is he's criticizing like the lowest common denominator and just sort of dismissing his haters as being all these people there, which is yes.
Sorry, I noticed this very bad. You notice how the small one unsubbed is literally the same fucking person again? I know he's probably doing that for comedic effect, but it's just like, have you noticed it? It's the same fucking thing.
Why no, I haven't noticed it. Totally not.
Notice what? Sorry,
The unsubbed guy is literally the same image. The one like Mulster, same bald guy, same word, same uncapitalized thing.
Oh. What's the point?
This was the video that made me unsub from Dunkey.
As for it's the same thing. Yes.
I mean,
it made me unsub.
I don't think I'm sold to it in the first place. But holy shit, I just fucking give up on his channel at this point.
The one video that got me subbed to him in the first place was his Ultimate Mario Maker video, the one where he's like trying out all these Mario Maker levels and he's like freaking out at how hard they are, and it was funny to watch because just the way he reacted, and then I figure out he's a critic and all this, and then as I learned to think for myself, I'm just like, I don't think you're correct, Mr. Dunkey man. And then
I'm still watching for comedy. The problem is his comedy isn't very good. Hasn't been very good recently.
And there's been a voice in my head that's like, unsub from him, and then I'm just like, let's just see what he does, and then he comes out with this new video.
I was like that with Jim Sterling for a while, but then it was like, ugh.
Oh, dude, I lost so much respect for Jim Sterling. Like, I used to watch him when I was younger, but then I realized, holy shit, he's actually a fucking cunt.
Yeah.
Can I say something about this video bit that's a bit more related? There's also another thing I've noticed, if you put it into context. Days Gone has had a lot of fucking PS4 fanboys shitting themselves that it was criticized and rightfully put into the mediocre category. And then they still lost their shit that it isn't a 9 out of 10.
I remember Chase Face talking about that.
And it has a little something for everyone.
Has a little fuck all for everyone. That's what it looks like. Trash.
Anyway, let's finish this video because we're almost done.
Yes.
I'm here for reviews. Guy who was on IGN right now for reviews. Clearly, this lady should be fired. Now let's watch the review.
Days Gone kicks off relatively simply. You play as a biker riding through an oak somewhere.
Yeah, see what she did wrong? She gave Days Gone a 6.5.
Like, that's not even funny.
What?
Like,
what?
Like, it's like...
Oh, that's funny in context when you skipped a guy's entire video. Like, you nitpicked a guy's entire video.
Also, why?
That comes off as that doesn't come off as funny. It just comes off as, like, making yourself look like a smug asshole.
And because it's a 5 fucking minute video, you're not going to bother explaining why the score was bad. That's the thing.
Because the game's buggy and shitty. That's what I've been told. It's been buggy and shitty where the swarm doesn't even work because it's buggy. And they're not even the biggest threat or present in the game. They're just there once in a while. That's what I've been told, anyway.
I mean, this is the guys who did Bubsy 3D. Do you really think those guys are gonna drop the ball? And it has zombies and open world? Hello? Now, how come I can talk shit on every game and IGN can't talk shit on any game? Well, isn't it obvious? It's because IGN is nitpicking and biased. I win. Bye-bye. Shut the website off.
Wow.
Fuck
what a
you.
Creative video.
Fuck you.
Go fuck yourself, Dunkey.
I think we said what we needed to say. This guy's dumbass out on subs. Moving on. It's not worth any more than
Dunkey's a worthless.
He is a fucking bitch.
Disingenuous cunt.
He's also just fucking asshole. God damn it.
Can we watch Total Bloke now, please?
Let's see.
I need to go eat something.
Because honestly,
we're gonna watch a fighting game video after this, weren't we?
Originally, yeah.
I'll take it.
Also, the thing is, it's like, I'm also like, what's this? I'm kind of really tired, and it's like
Yeah.
I have like a thing
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
It's like 1
Yeah,
a.m.
I'm
for
hungry.
me
I need
right
to go
now.
pick up. I gotta go pick up. my
Guys,
sister. You guys take care.
I'll try to.
All right,
Take care.
I'll
bye.
try to at you more when we put up another podcast.
I think we've hit the point where we've kind of got to the point with we kind of hit the theoretical end for the short thing. I
Yeah.
think we all kind of collectively agree we are.
Yeah, I
hit
think we've
point
agreed.
that's technically the end
I'll
of
feel
it
a
because we already
little
get what's
bad
going
for
on.
Shui. I mean, I hope he does like take these criticisms, the criticisms we made against him into
He
account.
obviously is
I
taking
guess-
it and not as long as he doesn't beat himself up and actually learns from it, then it's a good
I
thing.
mean, it did seem a little like he was beating himself up over it because
I must have missed the.
I don't know, some of the language he used reminded me of one of my friends who beats himself up a lot.
Yeah.
I must have missed the Schwelen portion of this. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You'll watch it when
It's
the
just basically his Doom video. He's
Well, it's
kinda
like the
taken it off for
last
taking it down.
remnant of his Doom video. It's like half of it.
It was
We haven't gone through the whole thing, but I don't think we need to.
You know what? I'm gonna make a video.
Point, haven't we?
I'm gonna make a video called "Wii Sports is better than Apex Legends."
That sounds like a parody. I would watch it.
I'll even do a Mark Brown-esque accent.
What is the secret to a jump?
Have you ever just pressed a button and it walks? Holy shit.
Sports is a game that teaches you about verbs. The verb of swinging a baseball bat.
But can you add verbs?
It unironically makes me want to bash my head.
Versatile verbs.
It fucking annoys the shit out of me.
And I will say,
Draco's asking if this will be uploaded. I don't
yeah,
think it will be, but it will. The VOD will definitely still be up.
Oh yeah,
at
the
the end
VOD
of the
will
day.
be up.
This
It's
isn't
obviously
anywhere.
going to be put back just as a video, live streaming it at the moment. So it'll be back. It'll be the whole thing. Will
I
be
have
up.
a little live chat thing. And oh fuck, hang on a second. What is it?
So is there anything else we should do, or I think we're?
No, I
it's
think
been
we're
like
good
2.5
for now.
hours.
I think we're good for now because it's like I need to
4
sleep,
hours.
and it's like I have like an outing tomorrow for lunch. So
3:17 in the morning. I should get
You can have
sleep.
special dog food treats.
I still gotta finish up Persona
it's like
5
a
video
birthday
too.
party and shit. So
You sound
mean-
like you don't want to do it.
I mean, no, I mean it's just I'm tired. So
we still
Alright. Well, talk to you later, everyone. If the stream's still going,
yeah,
nice
we'll
to
actually be ending this
have
really
people-
soon. So good night, everyone. Goodbye.
This is probably the most active the chat has been, honestly.
Yeah, pretty much.
I would. I'm glad I found this group talk here. Hopefully, I can rejoin sometime.
Yeah, sure.
And do.
Yeah, can do.
Well,
We'll try to
stick
schedule
in the group chat by all means.
We'll see if we can schedule
we'll-
something, but it's also like we'll see
Yeah.
how it goes. Cause like one of my
we're occasionally
plans.
posting this group DM just for like we just talk about the end stuff.
One of my plans next week is to like stream Bayani and do like online multiplayer with Parsec. And I was hoping maybe I could get like one of the devs or something since it'll be like holiday.
Well, let's see if I can get Bionic at some point. We can like stream together as I learn how to play it.
Yeah, let's try out Parsec. That'll be fun. You also need to download Parsec. Parsec
I have
is
a.
Parsec is
I have
like
a-
this. Parsec is like this thing. It's kind
let
of
me
like
look
online
up.
multiplayer where you kind of like act like you're playing together. Like imagine like emulating local co-op.
Oh, so it's like a little mod
I've
thing
seen
that
someone use
basically
that for,
lets you not
like a
have
Star
to
Wars.
do the online mode specifically.
Yeah, because it's like they still need to fix like the online features. They still haven't
fair
added
enough.
it to the game yet, so Parsec is the way to use it to play online for now.
I still gotta determine what sort of play
Oh,
style
shit.
I want to go for in fighting games.
Fuck. Fuck. What the?
I don't know if I'm rush down or neutral. What happened?
Does anyone
Okay,
wanna-
that was weird. That was really weird. This happens
Does
every
any-
once in a while. It's just my headphones fuck up because it's like they're USB. I don't know what happens, but it's like
Okay.
so then I just
Uh,
think Thank God for VB audio. It's like, oh.
Does anyone want to do like a Smash thing with me sometime?
I don't plan to get Smash.
I don't have a Switch.
Oh.
I don't either. I just
I need to like see how well my hero is against an actual person. So maybe later tomorrow, once I'm, well rested and such.
Then
Mango.
we need
Anyway.
to start talking again.
Mango, just remember, put deodorant on. Fucking Smash player. Shake mad.
Hey, that's only melee players. How dare you generalize all of us?
Wait. Wait, I heard Melee being brought up. What's going on?
I am
he-
doing a
He
joke.
said
that was-
put
Deodorant
deodorant,
joke.
deodorant on.
Yeah, deodorant joke.
Oh.
It's a joke that
Oh.
Smash players don't fucking wash themselves.
Hey, that's only melee players.
Hey, dude,
I
that's
sure-
only. Hey, dude, that's only the elitists. And if you even say that any other game is better than Melee, holy shit, you are going to get crucified.
It's funny because
Okay,
I have
I
a
can tell
friend,
this right now.
Ramsaw, who likes Brawl the most.
Fuck Smash Melee. It is boring.
Mhm.
Fight me.
Oh, shit.
I wouldn't say it's boring. I would say
Jack.
that flaws and plus there are a lot of clone characters. I like it. I guess mainly. I guess I like it.
attack that literally
I guess I like
has,
it mainly
like,
due to
I don't know if
nostalgia.
it's 1 or 0 frames, but it's just instantaneous.
Anyway, I'll end the stream now. So good night, everyone.